DnDark is an absurd, over-the-top comedy horror adventure that is intended for older audiences. Content warnings can be found in the episode descriptions.
As everyone scratches, claws, crawls, and drags their way out of their various combats, Mary and Phantom, with Victor and Percy Frankenstein at your side, as you two are making your way triumphantly, presumably astride Teresa, the T-Rex fossil.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You two approach, and you can see the familiar cemetery where it all began, once again shrouded and covered by a dark mist.
I guess this is poetic, isn't it?
Well, it'll feel a lot more familiar if everyone else gets here too.
Yeah.
Imhotep and Larry coming from the front steps of the church around the back. You two, alongside Namun and the Gill man, and also presumably astride Sparkles, approach the cemetery, see that familiar, evil, obscuring mist, and can feel the growing tension as the energy is pooling within the cemetery proper.
First things first, I think Larry is on top of Sparkles.
Yeah, for sure. Larry's like laying across Sparkles, just bloody, lots of cuts through him. He's like, I don't think I'm gonna use the moon card again. If I die, I wanna die as me. That was a little close. Larry's gonna turn and look at the Gill man and just think so many thoughts of gratitude, of just, thank you. Without you, I would have been, super dead. Thank you for all your help. You didn't have to do that.
The Gill man is gonna put his hand on your shoulder, kind of pat it reassuringly, and you're gonna feel in your head, yes, I did.
And then spilling out from the backside of the church, that collective group, wiped and worn out, makes their way out of the church. Marlowe brushes off some cinders, puts out a fire in his hair, and says, all right, well, I feel like I've done my part, and I'm not getting any further involved. I'm staying way the fuck back here. So, you're welcome, but that's it from me.
Real quickly before you go, do you have anything to help us out?
I'll tell you what, if you can keep me far away from where everything is happening, I think I've got one more secret up my sleeve.
As long as you could stay at the max distance, I'm totally willing to take that one last favor.
He rolls up his sleeves and says, if you can get me line of sight, I still remember dispel evil and good, and I can make him vulnerable if nothing else.
Jack's gonna pull the portrait of Dorian Gray.
Wow, where does he carry that?
And show it to Marlowe. If you get in here, I'll be taking all the hits, and you'll be fine. But this potentially gives you line of sight.
I appreciate the offer, but no. That gets me still a little bit too close for comfort. I'm going to stay firmly perched right here. Basically, as soon as that spooky mist dissipates, then I'll help you out from way back here. But I'm not getting any closer than right here.
Kind of what I was going for, but then you said you needed to get line of sight, so you need to work on some clarity stuff.
I'm sorry. I just came back from the dead, so excuse me if my vernacular is not up to your standards.
You know what? This is great. I love the tension, but gonna put that on hold, and we're gonna focus on this other monstrosity behind us.
Mary rides up on Teresa and goes, oh shit, Marlowe died?
I did for like a few seconds. It was pretty bad.
You know, there's a lot of questions I have, but we don't have time for that. I'm glad to see you're still standing, bud.
There was quite a few of us that had a real close brush, but I think Marlowe had the worst of it.
Yeah, one of us had a close brush too, as I turn around and just glare at Erik.
As you glare back at Erik, now that everyone has revealed themselves as alive, you see Erik having to pay out to the stagehands a bunch of wagers.
And as everyone is reconvening, there is a spike of energy from the cemetery, pushing aside the mist.
Hey, Marlo, want to do that thing? You want to do that thing? I see the thing.
Gosh.
And you see a massive assembly of undead all gathered around the Avatar of Orcus, who is focusing on a resurrection spell as this energy swirls and pools around him. And Marlo will follow your lead, Jack. All right, well, don't say I didn't ever do anything for you multiple times. Dispel evil and good.
Thank you. I'll pay you back somehow.
And as the Dispel Evil and Good takes effect, the body of the flesh golem that is the Avatar of Orcus seizes up, glares directly at all of you, holds its hands out and begins to levitate up higher and higher above the cemetery. And as he is spasming and convulsing from the Dispel Evil and Good, he will shoot out with energy that will retaliate by changing the battle map.
What?
Oh no!
But this one was nice. It was fun.
It was familiar.
Oops, we entered the cutscene.
Oh no!
We crossed the fog gate. Here we go. Help bar spotting.
Forgot to hit the save button.
And the ground trembles beneath you as from behind Orcus, a gargantuan cattle skull rises from the ground, splitting the earth around it and sending out a massive shockwave of energy that swallows the cemetery whole and that pushes back and away everyone. You are all blasted with these gale force winds that knock back all of your allies and your health. But the five of you, with the blessing of Asmodeus, are momentarily covered by a burst of infernal energy that holds you in place as your collective allies are all knocked back out of range and an impenetrable wall comes up behind them. But the five of you find yourselves in this twisted, corrupted landscape.
Oh my gosh.
The gravestones are knocked over as the land flattens itself with this energy. The undead reassemble themselves into 3 squadrons that form in front of the Avatar of Orcus, floating before this massive cattle skull. From in between the horns, a portal begins to form as the energy of that resurrection spell pours back through it. And in roughly 10 rounds, the true resurrection of Dracula will commence.
Ah, shit! No! It was so hard!
This motherfucker.
Daniel, now.
So, as all of this happens, Imhotep, seeing everything just being locked in, the world completely changing around us, takes a deep breath, grabs his, as the man who was along was very keen to point out, slightly murkier water, and he starts chanting a prayer that you guys don't understand. He falls to his knees, he lifts like one hand to the sky, and you catch the last little bit of it because he does say this last part in English. He says, "By the powers of Osiris, I beseech thee, please grant us the strength and the power to protect those on this plane and ensure that their souls are delivered to where they are meant to be."
Above table, I made a deal with Daniel off mic that if he used it here and now, his divine intervention feature would work guaranteed with no need to roll for it.
Oh my god!
So from the divine intervention of Osiris, everyone gained the instant benefits of a long rest.
Blessed be Osiris.
And as that energy washes and radiates off of you, it begins to push back some of the abyssal energy that had flooded towards you, and it leaves kind of a ripple in the wake that slowly begins to light up and shine across the forces of the undead at Orcus's beck and call. And while this energy radiates from off of you, there is a little bit of banter that's going on from the back of one of these collective groups as a pair of skeletons that look a little bit out of place amongst the rest of these undead whisper to themselves, "Psst, Azim."
Yes, or? Oh, good, I guessed correctly. I've lost track of which of us is which. Oh, I did too. I was assuming you knew and was just going along with your guess. Well, regardless, I didn't remember. It feels like years ago that our former Lord Imhotep assigned us those names. It does. It feels like it's been years, even though it's only been a month and a half. I barely even remember our real names. Speaking of, do you remember who we report to? Who? The skeleton leading this first regiment. Who's leading first?
Oh my god.
Yes, I was hoping you could tell me. Who? Who is the skeleton leading first? What are you asking me for? I'm asking you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you who's leading first. You're not telling me anything. Who's on first? Yes, that's it. No. What's the skeleton's name on first? No. What's leading the second unit?
Yes.
And the divine intervention washes over the two of them as well, and the true resurrection magic is pulled from the vortex, away from Dracula, towards the two of them, as they seize up with this energy from Osiris, and they reconstitute into the living human forms of Bud Abbott and Lou Costello. As Chick and Wilbur.
Yes! Yes! Dan, this is so good! This is great!
Full circle!
Yes!
Accompanied by a pair of character sheets that were created by some of our patrons.
Oh my god.
Very cool.
They're fucking ripped character sheets too. My god.
And everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Let's do
this. For whom do we roll, Dan? Am I not still the god of initiative?
Correct. I forgot. Aaron set the initiative.
Yes.
Also, nose goes on the guest players that are here right now for Abbot and Costello. I have their character sheets as a PDF.
Yay!
Sounds like Kendra and Bailey?
So Kendra and Bailey. Costello is a halfling College of Lore bard, and Abbot is a human champion fighter.
Amazing.
I want to do Bard.
Then I'll be fighter.
All right, Kendra, you get Costello, and Bailey, you get Abbot.
All right.
Which they are the delivery men, Chick and Wilbur, from Abbot and Costello Meet Frankenstein, but they are Abbot and Costello.
Oh my gosh.
I love that movie. Thank you for your God's blessing, Daniel.
And also thank you to the patrons.
Thank you, patrons.
Absolutely.
As all of this happens and as initiative is being rolled, the Avatar of Orcus finds himself pulled between the portal and the combat as he initially begins to move forward and then stops in place, forcibly starts to turn back to the portal and says,
You're right. We don't pull the strings. We break them.
That was sick, Mary. You might need to talk louder. He's really far away.
I don't know if he was talking to us.
Can we smash now?
I'm down for Smash Now. I think Smash Now is a good idea.
Before you do, I do want to clarify one or two mechanical things. We do still have, this time around, since Mary is involved, We do still have lightning strikes coming down periodically.
You're welcome.
We also, because I realized the way we were having the reaping scythe work for tearing a soul out is mathematically impossible to work on Orcus with the stats that he has, we're changing up the rules of how that works. So instead of it being a saving throw, what will basically happen is every time Jordan successfully makes an attack roll with that scythe with the intent of tearing out the soul, she will roll a d4 and add 1. The soul of Renfield is bound by several strings, and she will sever that many strings per hit.
Ooh.
When 10 of them are severed, Renfield will be rended free. As Orcus asserts one more time, and you briefly see a flash in your minds as the soul of Renfield is bound, caught like a fly in a web, strung up by several tendons and ligaments, struggling in the center. And lair action time.
Good.
I will give you guys 1 minute to strategize to talk any of this out while I am doing this.
I think we should get Maleva's portents out immediately, because those maintain and we can use them whenever. But if anyone else has input.
I'm down with that.
Let's do it.
It looks like the undead are all going to be sprinting in towards us. Let me get close enough and I can do the control undead on them again, and we can have even more people to help us fuck up with Orcus. There's also these 4 glowing spots that I've noticed on the map.
Those are the lightning strikes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
How far does D-Door take you, Grayson?
I believe that's 500 feet.
Do you think you could warp me right next to Orcus?
Are you sure?
Next,
You mad
you?
lad? I may have a big move, and then we can run away, but it could potentially mess with some strings.
Is it to give him a smooch?
Yes!
Yes, the power of love.
And that's time. Grayson, I saw your idea in the chat. Please verbalize that.
Okay, so the idea that I had was that Jack did make the mental stability potions, and if Renfield is considered another personality of Orcus, I was wondering if we could use those potions on the reaping scythe.
Ooh. An oil of personality.
Kinda. Like I don't know if it would. I don't know if it would maybe boost the
What
attack.
I will say, if you do that, I will let Jordan roll the d4s with advantage.
Oh.
I've got 2 of those potions.
Go gulp it on there.
And since this is the final fight of the season, I will be using my special Grim Reaper dice tower, which makes a really satisfying roll sound.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
It's such a good clicky-clack sound.
And the fight has officially begun. Starting with Maleva's lair action, Visions of the Future. Each player gains 2 portents, so everyone roll 2 d20s and write down the numbers that you rolled.
Oh, 2 of them.
Okay. At any point from here on out, once each, you can replace any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by you or an enemy with one of those 2 rolls. You can only use each one once.
Just for confirmation, Abbot and Costello are also rolling those, right?
Abbot and Costello are also rolling those.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, so first off is the whites. All of them will open fire with longbow attacks. That is a 7. So they all miss.
Heck yeah, dude. Good start. Things are looking up.
The rest of the horde will all, I will say the 2 vampire spawns are going to go for Abbot and Costello as they see now living people amongst their ranks.
Oh no.
Hey guys, free blood!
Oh no!
That is going to be a multi-attack, so they're going to do bite and claw.
Oh, okay.
So that was 11, 9, 14, and 16. The lowest that was rolled would be a 15.
Which would not hit me.
It would hit me.
So Chick is going to get a claw attack, and Wilbur is going to get a bite and a claw attack. There'll be 8 damage to Abbot.
Okay.
And then instead of dealing damage to Costello, it's going to be a grapple and bite.
Oh no!
Which will be 6 piercing damage and 7 necrotic damage. And your max HP will go down by 7.
It just got here, Dan.
It's so rude.
Hey, it's a rough crowd out here today.
Hey, you don't hurt my buddy like that.
Then the zombies are going to all shamble forward. 1 zombie and 1 ghast are going to go after each, Abbot and Costello. The others are all going to move forward towards the core 5. That will be 2 slam attacks. A nat 20 and an 8.
Hey.
Oh, damn.
The nat 20 is going to hit Abbot.
Aren't they on our side?
Then from the ghasts, that is a 19 and an 18.
Yikes.
10 damage to each of you from the claw attacks. And that will end the undead's turn, so now it is Jack's turn.
Phantom, do you have an out, or how do you want to do this?
Oh, I'm gonna jog, assuming that we're all still able to move that are close to it.
If you jump in this painting, I could get you 60 feet closer.
Sloop, sloop, sloop.
I don't like that.
As soon as Phantom jumps in the painting, I will fire my grapple gun, and we will head about 60 feet to the northwest of the map. And then I will take a bonus action to hide, and that should hide me and Phantom at the same time, I think.
Okay, so go ahead and roll stealth.
That's going to be 22.
Okay, if it is relevant, I will roll perception against 22.
Okay.
All right, so that ends your turn. Mary, it is your turn.
You see the circle I'm making, so I think you all know what I'm planning to do.
Oh my god.
So, Visible Man runs, I look over to Imhotep and Larry, I go, smashy time! And I rush right into the middle of all these undead fuckers. First things first, I'm gonna go into a rage.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing, so what's the save we gotta make?
The DC save is a 17.
And it's a strength save or a con save?
Strength saving throw.
Gonna roll for all of them simultaneously. 17, 18, 19. So the ghast will save, but all of the zombies will fail. So they each take 2d8 thunder and are knocked prone.
Okay, 2d8 thunder. 16 damage.
Nice.
Oh my god, he's so strong.
Excellent. And I'm assuming that ends your turn?
Yes, it does.
All right. Then, as a legendary action, Orcus is going to first make a perception on the hiding Jack. That is a 17, so does not see him.
Yeah!
And not seeing the invisible man will decide to even the odds.
I will not let you win. Two can play this game.
Oh,
Don't do it.
And his skin shimmers as he turns invisible.
Boo! Forgot. He's got a little piece of all of us.
And Larry, it is your turn.
Ah, shit. Well, that changes things. Let me do a ponder. Well, first things first, because I don't trust that bad boy, I'm going to activate the death card to give me resistance to necrotic damage.
Excellent choice.
Ooh, very nice, very nice.
Daniel, should I clear some of the undead off the board, or do you want to try and get them first?
Can't decide. I want to get as much of them as we can, but at the same time, I know they're a problem.
Or what I was going to do is cast Far Step on myself and try and tame the broom, so I've got more mobility on the field. I might do that. I think we'll stick with the plan. All right, I will use my action to cast Far Step and then also hop on the broom.
All right, go ahead and roll animal handling for the broom.
Look, please work with me. I know you don't like me that much. Oh, it's a 17 plus 2.
Oh.
Things are looking good.
Hey, that's a good broom.
That's a good broom.
That's a good broom.
That's a good broom. That's a good broom.
Thank you, broom. I think I need to get to a more advantageous spot. I'm I'm gonna go up to 50.
Ooh, nice.
And then any bonus actions? I don't really have a lot of bonus actions. Oh no, Far Step's a bonus action.
Oh!
Reading's fundamental.
Do it.
So I'm going to Eldritch Blast the Zombo next to me, kind of get them further away.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
I get 3 now. Plus 8, so an 8 plus 8 is a 16. Plus 2 is a 10, and then 18 plus 8. So 1 will miss for sure.
All 3 of them will hit.
Oh, because it's a zombie. It's a zombie. Cooly ooly. So first one will do 10 plus 3. That's a 9 plus 3. And then a 3 plus 3. Not much, but it's honest work.
Excellent turn. All right, so now it is Chick's turn. So, Abbot.
All right. So yeah, Chick is gonna look over at Wilbur. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh, sorry.
We're on the same page. I'm gonna take a swing.
God damn it.
No, that was perfect. So you take a swing with your broken milk bottle.
Oh, that's cute.
All right, so whatever is grappling Wilbur, I'm going to go ahead and take a swing at, and that is a 16 plus 8 to hit.
A 16 plus 8 will hit the vampire spawn.
Wow! 8 damage. I'm going to take another swing at that same one. That is a 19.
Yeah! Let him have it. Let him have it. Just don't let me have it.
19 will hit.
All right, and that is going to be another 10 damage, and then one more attack. Same one. That is an 18.
An 18 will hit.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that's another 9 damage.
All right. I'm going to say with dealing over 25 damage that the vampire spawn will let go.
Yeah.
Hey, Wilbur, do you know why these guys are attacking us? I thought we were on their side.
Well, I thought they were on our side. Wait, that's what you just said.
Well, then why don't we switch sides?
I take one very long step for a halfling to the other side of Chick.
That's exactly where I was going with that.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
So, Wilbur, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to cast Confusion.
We just redo the who's on first bit.
The spell assaults and twists creatures' minds, spawning delusions and provoking uncontrolled action. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere must succeed on a wisdom saving throw when you cast the spell or be affected by it. An affected target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns to determine its behavior for that turn.
If you center it on yourself, you can get all of them, but both Wilbur and Chick will also have to save on this confusion.
That's so in character.
Okay.
So wisdom saving throws.
Also, as a bonus action, I'm going to throw a curveball to Chick with the Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
Hey.
Nice. Hell
That's
yeah.
great. How much is that? Is that a D10 at this level?
That's a D10, yeah.
Nice. For my roll to save, that was a dirty 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
It's very good for combat reasons, very bad for comedy reasons.
The zombies and ghasts all failed. The vampire spawn saved.
That's a 12.
And your spell DC is 16. So
Yeah. Oh my god.
so you are confused.
Perfect.
Whoa, where'd I go? Where is he? Where are you? As he's just
Where'd I go?
looking around, running around in circles, trying to figure out because he confused himself by stepping to the side.
Beautiful.
And this is concentration, so as long as you are concentrating on it.
This is awesome.
What do you mean, who are you? You're awesome. Or.
I guess I'm one of the bad guys now, apparently.
Thank you for this blessing.
You are very welcome. Phantom, it is your turn.
Erik climbs out of the painting. He looks around. All right, Jack, it's clear that I was unclear. I needed to be, like, within 10 feet of Orcus, which obviously we are not, but I have a more pressing question. Where is he? Did we lose the giant demon creature?
He said something about a game, and then he disappeared. It's very rude. I get it now. I'm sorry.
Well, he was right in front of the portal, right? Cold shot. I'm gonna cast Wall of Light. Yeah! I cast Wall of Light, just drawing a line in front of the portal, because he was over there at some point. Is he within it?
He is. What was the save for that?
Constitution, DC 16.
Well, he rolled a 16, so before the modifiers, that's a pass.
What if I...
Please portent him. He'll be blind.
Yes, important.
Wait, what's his modifier?
We don't know.
We don't know.
That's why I'm like...
We have to portent before, right?
You must choose to do so before the roll, and you can replace a roll this way only once per turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Next time.
Well, Dan, you rolled too quick.
In any case, I will roll my 4d8. 9 damage, because it's halved.
That's pretty good.
That's good. That's good.
It's not bad.
It's definitely damage.
It's
And you brought him out from invisibility, which is huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me double check on that. I did have him roll the concentration for invisibility, but I believe Wall of Light might just end that outright.
I think it pierces magical darkness, but I don't think it has any other revealing properties.
Yeah, I don't think it's like sickening.
I mean, do we want to use a portent before Dan calls the die?
Oh.
If you want to use a portent, you can end his concentration.
I think that's worth it.
Yeah, I agree.
One of the middling ones, I think.
I can offer my 6.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so my 6 is gone. It's burnt.
All right, so he is visible.
Nice.
All right.
And then Erik gestures like vaguely above Orcus's head, and he's like, "There, Jack. I need to be there."
Gotcha.
In any case,
I could get you right to the cheekage of that bovine skull.
I hated that. But as a bonus action, I will have the C# give a shriek, so I will have a debilitating aura as I approach.
Ooh.
All right, so it'll be for 5 turns, approximately half of this combat. Oh, hell yeah, 2 of those archers already hate it.
All right, and I'm assuming that ends your turn?
That's all I got.
All right. Then, as a legendary action, Orcus is going to launch a necrotic bolt at you, Phantom.
What? What did I do?
He's going to just tilt his head down to the wall of light that is currently impaling him.
Oh, well, yeah.
That is a 26.
That does hit.
Barely, I assume.
Of course.
So that will deal... That will deal 29 necrotic damage.
Oof.
Ooh.
Ow.
And roll to maintain concentration on that wall.
Yup.
So the DC for this would be 14.
That's a 15, baby!
Hey! That's the good stuff.
Love it.
We like hearing.
All right. Well done. Imhotep, it is your turn.
I'm going to do my command undead.
Oh.
So that will get everything.
Everything.
All right, I will have them make their saves.
DC 16 wisdom saves. They're undead. Hopefully they're not that smart.
Only the vampire spawns saved.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, it's a good thing that I only attacked the vampire spawn then.
Yeah.
So I want to flavor this as Imhotep runs out, and yesterday there was this whole big drama with it. I got to do the whole red, the whole thing. He's gonna run out and in the panic go, soul's mine, do the thing.
Gimme.
I did it 5 minutes ago.
They're going to all look at you disappointedly and say,
Where's the pizzazz, the showmanship? This is just pathetic.
We're getting paid for this, right?
What the hell is going on over there?
He hears all this and he's just like, oh, really? That's how it's going to be?
Imhotep. Screw this.
I'm going back.
We have to unionize like the invisible servants.
Kind of just pinches the bridge of his nose, opens his eyes, and they're red.
Thank you once again to our patrons for lending their voices to the Horde.
Good turn.
Honks to the moon banging on the barrier saying, "You respect my husband, you motherfuckers!"
So that ends your turn?
Yep.
All right, as a legendary action, Orcus is going to move out of the wall of light. Now that it is Orcus's turn, he is going to move 40 feet.
Ooh, you're getting real close there, buddy.
And he is going to multi-attack and send out 3 necrotic bolts.
Could you not?
One at Larry, one at Imhotep, one at Mary.
Rude.
Oh, brother, this guy sucks.
The lowest of the 3 was a 19.
Oh.
I think all 3 of you have resistant to necrotic currently.
Sweet, yeah, all right. Let him rip.
So this will not hit Mary. Cool. This will hit Imhotep and Larry, and the damage will be halved. So...
I'm going to say something really, really stupid to Orcus. So as the necrotic bolt comes, I barely turn my head, use the shield to block it, and I turn around and I go, "Ha! How do you like that, you punk bitch?"
That's going to be 36 damage. So cut in half, that will be 18.
Okay.
Tolerable.
It's not great, but...
Pretty frightening that I got a low roll and it was half my HP, so that's kind of cool to learn.
And that will end his turn.
Yay!
So now we are back around to lair actions. I will give you guys 1 minute to strategize, and then if you choose to use a lair action, now is the time.
What are we thinking, squad?
Rush him?
I mean, we could always pull in another body.
Kilmarnock.
Kilmarnock.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Do we want Kilmarnock? Do we want to use Kilmarnock right now?
Let's get another silly goober on the field.
Now's the time to use them, right?
We might as well.
Let's do it, Kilmarnock.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Kilmarnock being described as a silly goober is a wild take.
I may have ruined him. I'm so sorry.
All right, who am I sending Kilmarnock stat block to?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Bob, do you want to take this big boy?
I'll take the big boy.
Heck yeah.
And that's time. So the new round is starting. Bob has been given Kilmarnock's stat block, and Aaron has reset the initiative order. So, first thing that happens before the lair action, all of the lightning strikes hit the ground, which nobody was within lightning strike range. They have now moved to a different arrangement on the map. So now, for the lair action, you guys have chosen the lair action, Behold! Which summons Kilmarnock. He will last for either 5 rounds or until he is reduced to 0 hit points.
Gaze upon me and tremble.
All right, so now it is all of the undead's turn. Imhotep, what are they doing?
So the whites we've established have bows, so they're going to stay at range from Orcus and fire at him. The zombies and ghasts are going to beat up the vampire spawn, and then the other ones are just gonna kind of stand up.
All right, so the ones around Mary will become unprone. I will start with the whites. Only 2 of them will hit.
It's something.
They will deal 6 piercing damage, cut in half because resistant, so he will take a total of 6 damage from that.
It's something.
Yeah. Every little bit.
Yeah, that's damage off of our turns, so...
Yeah, exactly.
That's damage that's not going to you guys.
I love that.
So then I will have the ghasts and the zombies make their attacks on the vampire spawn. 1 ghast, 2 zombies.
Okay.
So that is 6 from the zombies, then 10 from the ghasts.
You know?
That's a respectable amount of damage.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Then I completely forgot to have them roll for confusion.
Oh, yeah!
I am going to say that the attacks against the vampire spawn still land and go off. I'll have the vampire spawn roll for confusion. So one of them can move and attack normally, the other one got a 7, which creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures in its reach. I will roll a d4. That is a 4, so Vampire Spawn will do a multi-attack against this Ghast. So 2 claws on the Ghast, 1 claw on Wilbur. 16 against this Ghast, and 8 against Wilbur. That will end the undead's turn. As a legendary action, the Avatar of Orcus will see his minions turn against him. Lights that are a darker shade of red than Imhotep's come out of his eye sockets, envelop him, and envelop the undead. And all of them stop their chanting of Imhotep and take a knee to Orcus.
Oh, come on.
And are back under his control.
That's a pretty low blow.
This was never about honor.
Fair enough.
And Kilmarnock, it's your turn.
Well, I guess we just lost our army. We had an army for a turn.
I have one more use of that, but like, it's dumb that I have to use it twice.
Yeah.
You did get good use out of them that first round.
Yeah.
True.
Do we want me to try and whittle down the cannon fodder? Try to hurt a man that's hurting my wolf boyfriend? Or just try to shoot a ray at the big bad man?
Either protect the boyfriend or go after Orcus. That's my vote.
We've got better crowd control than Kilmarnock, so we can handle the, goob patrol.
Larry, do you want some help with the guy on you or nah?
I'm gonna move to Orc. I'll move to Orcus and back, so I might not be here for the Zombo to do anything to me.
Then I'm gonna hit the...
I'm going to hit the big bad guy. He sees shitty.
Thank you, Kilmarnock.
So, rolling a d10 to see what happens. That's not good. Oops. I rolled a 4. I got a Dispel Ray. Has Orcus buffed himself? Did Orcus cast a good spell on him? Or do we have a bad spell on him? Because otherwise it's just going to be a...
No, but Wilbur is confused.
Okay.
Wilbur is confused, so we can say he's not anymore because a Dispel Ray hits him.
So he will no longer be confused.
Nice.
Hey!
And then the other 2 things are...
A 1 and a 7, which means, a Decay Ray. And an Etherealness Ray.
Yeah! One of his favorites.
What does the Decay Ray do?
The target must succeed on a DC 17 Dexterity saving throw or have its maximum hit points reduced to its current hit points until it completes a long rest. I'll do that to Orcus.
Yeah,
because,
that sounds good.
Because then he can't heal himself?
Has he lost any hit points, though, yet?
Some, yeah.
Okay.
And I think you said one of them was an Etherealness Ray.
Yes, which is Diaphanous White. The targeted creature must succeed on a DC 17 Dexterity saving throw. On a failed save,
the target is shunted partially into the ethereal plane.
Gaining a 30-foot fly speed and dealing half as much damage with attacks that use strength for the next minute, or until I use this ability again.
Does Orcus have a fly speed? Because maybe that would take away his 30-foot fly speed.
Oh, we can ask Dan how that would work, because then I would either target Orcus or Phantom.
I would say that it would slow Orcus down, and it would make his melee attacks do half.
I'll do that then.
So he will roll on that. He got a 19 to resist the Decay Ray.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, does anybody, before Dan rolls...
And then wait.
Before you roll. Does anybody want to use...
Before you say anything, Dan!
Make him fail that.
We want to use one of our 9s?
I mean, I can use my 2.
That sounds good.
You know what? I have the lucky feat. I'll use the 2.
All right.
Hell yeah. That's my guy over there.
I lean over to Wilbur. Do you see the flying eye, or is that just me?
Wilbur is still turned around facing the skull. No? Yes?
I see no eyes.
All right, so he is not decayed, but he is ethereal.
Yes.
Yeah, ethereal girl.
As you hit him with this beam, his body, like Dracula before him, begins to glitch in and out of the ethereal plane.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, and I'm assuming that ends your turn.
I believe so. No anti-magic currently. Please. Please and thank you.
All right, so Jack, it is your turn.
Phantom, is the etherealness gonna ruin your plan?
I sure hope not.
Alrighty. Jump back in, and we're gonna go right to him.
Schlorp.
So with that, Jack is going to get down in his runner stance, tighten his leg muscles, his cheeks condense a little bit, and he shoots 75 feet all the way over to Orcus, and then I believe I'm able to drop off Phantom.
Just you hear another schlorp as I get dumped out of the painting. Like, thump.
That is the fastest I've ever run, and it was great.
Nice.
You sure you want to stick around here?
Get out of here. Yeah! And Erik slaps your ass like a horse to get out of there.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then after that, his cheeks tighten again, and he shoots off over towards Larry, and that's his movement and action. And then I think it's a free action to give Larry the mental stability potions, right?
You can use your bonus action right now to apply it instantly, and then he doesn't have to on his turn.
That would be great.
Yeah, he will go ahead and use his bonus action to grab Larry's scythe, and you'll see him pop a cork on a pinkish fluid, and he coats your scythe in it.
Oh.
If you're going to hit Orcus, this is going to only help. So do the best that you can.
What was that? Is that Pepto?
Certainly not, but it's something that I was kind of hoping to use later, but hopefully this helps us now, because we got to pull out all the stops.
Right.
So with that, I don't think I have any other actions. Okay, yeah, so that's it for me.
Alrighty. Phantom, it is your turn.
Erik looks back, sees that Larry also got hit with necrosis. Be more careful, mon ami, and we'll cast a quick healing word.
Thank you.
1 + 8, 9 health.
Ooh.
Sorry, not tons.
No, that's great, actually.
And then Erik turns to Orcus, and he looks up at him, and he says, so I'm going to need you to live this, barely, because we're going to try and fish out our newfound friend, I guess, Renfield. So, do me a favor and, don't die yet. And then Erik will jump whatever his maximum height is to try and get the range just right, put up his hands, and now I have to ask some questions. Dan, can I upcast a cantrip?
Oh no.
I would like to cast Prestidigitation, and I'm going to follow the text of the spell, but certainly the amount of damage this should do is disproportionate to a cantrip.
Go on.
The text of the cantrip allows me to create a non-magical trinket. It does not say what that trinket is allowed to be made out of. So I would like to make a 1 cubic inch square of neutron star matter.
What?
What the fuck?
What? Oh my god.
Elaborate.
Oh my god.
It would be incredibly dense with an amount of gravity that could hypothetically warp space-time, but we don't have to get that deep into it. Effectively, because it would have its own gravity and the Earth would also be pulling on it, since it's only a cubic inch, it should not overpower the Earth's gravity.
Oh my god.
It should more or less drop like a semi-black hole railgun.
Oh my god.
Straight down into the ground.
Oh, Jesus.
Through Orcus.
Wow.
And what level are you upcasting this to?
Oh, 6 for sure.
Aaron, he hasn't.
Yeah,
Aaron, he hasn't said no.
Give me one moment.
Benevolent DM.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
This is so cool.
Aaron, this is so fucking good.
It is.
You mad lad.
I would like to throw out I am within 10 feet of this neutron star matter, so...
How I will rule this. I'm going to treat this like the Disintegrate spell, which is a 6th level attack, so it will deal equivalent damage to that. I'm going to have you roll the damage. You will take half from being within 10 feet.
Mm-hmm. That's only fair.
Fuck. So roll me 10d6 and add 40.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Fuck yeah.
77.
Oh shit.
So you will take 38 damage. He will take 77 damage.
Oh my god.
Aaron?
Yes?
Are you okay?
Oh no, I'm down. Unbelievably not dead, if you can imagine that.
Honestly, holy shit.
Erik put out his hands. You can all feel, for just a split second, all the sound is sucked and absorbed into one small point. And in that moment of silence, a gleam of light radiates out and then drops like a rock into the ground. And then the resulting explosion is like... And you all see Erik's body kind of like flopping along the ground, unconscious.
And then he will use one of his legendary actions to cast Dispel Magic so that it does not persist.
Okay.
Get that shit out of here.
That is, 100%.
Holy shit, that was so kick-ass.
All right, so Phantom, that ends your turn. Larry, it is your turn.
Larry's just gonna slow turn to Jack. Oh my god.
I think he's addicted to this by now.
He has a problem. Guys, he has a problem.
That man needs all the therapy in the planet.
All right, we're just gonna keep it on, and then we'll get him out of there. Larry's gonna take the broom now with the Pepto-Bismol on it, and is gonna fly over to Orcus. So, I'm going to roll to attack with my scythe. Let's see. That'll be an unnatural 20.
That will hit.
I would like to use Booming Blade. On a hit, the target suffers the attack's normal effects, and it becomes sheathed in a booming energy until the start of your next turn. If the target willingly moves before then, it immediately takes 2d8 thunder damage, and then the spell ends. So the blade will start reverberating in my hand, and he will slice through Orcus with the intent to reach down into his core and cut Renfield free.
Roll a d4.
Okay.
And add 1. And because of the Pepto-Bismol...
I hate that.
You're welcome.
You can roll this damage with advantage.
Awesome. I rolled a 2 and then I rolled a 3, so +1, that will be 4.
Hell yeah.
You will sever 4 out of 10 strings. As the scythe passes through, he will glitch in and out of the ethereal plane, and a vision will flash in your mind. As the blade severs 4 strings, you see Renfield's spirit in the middle of an enormous, fleshy spider web, wriggling, trying to gain control of the strings. And as you sever through them, Renfield's life flashes before your eyes. And you see a real estate firm as more put together than you have ever seen him. You see Renfield shaking hands with Jonathan Harker, saying, "Congratulations on your promotion to name partner, Jonathan. As a special treat, I've procured for you a very particular client. It's this count who's offering an extraordinarily large sum of money for the Fairfax estate. I will do the honors of going ahead of you to ensure the paperwork is all properly in order, and then you get to be the one who signs Count Dracula's contract." And then you flash right back to where you are.
He's gonna sit with that for a second and be like, I thought I saw that guy. That will do 13 damage from the slicing of the scythe. Dan, what does it take to use the pocket watch? Is that an action or a bonus action?
I believe it is an action.
Heck, okay.
Also, don't forget that if you pocket watch me, I might just have to make all 3 death saving throws and die immediately.
Oh, that's right. Shit.
Which I love a gamble, but, we don't have to.
Let's not do that. He is going to have to move out of the way of Orcus. So it took 30 feet to get there. I've got 20 more feet with the broom to skedaddle elsewhere. And I'm going to try and aim myself so I'm not in AoE range of anything. So I'll fly back behind Orcus, priming for another attack, and use my bonus action to teleport further away with my far step.
All right, excellent.
And as I reappear, I shout out to the battlefield, "Someone help Erik, he's down! I don't know what he did! It was crazy! But he's down!"
Yeah, I see him. Okay, here we go again.
And that will end my turn.
Okay, Mary, it is your turn.
As a bonus action, Mary is going to use one of the charges of the lodestone. And as I am flying, I'm going to fly right past Imhotep.
I'll take care of the big guy, you get Erik.
Okay. As he's holding an Hellraiser in the air, the eyes glowing bright.
Healing word is just a bonus action, my friend.
Oh shit, you're right.
I am going to do what Mary Frankenstein does best. I'm going to wail on him with my first attack. Hammer! And also, question, Dan.
Yes.
What is Orcus classification?
He is technically a fiend.
Perfect. That is a 9 on the die plus 11. Oh, a natural 21.
That will hit.
Nice.
Amazing.
Wow. I'm going to use one of my first level spells to instill a Divine Smite. 11 plus 4, 15 points of damage. It's a 17 to hit.
A 17 will hit.
Oh my god.
Orcus and I have like the same AC, little bitch.
You know what? I'm going to do this one at second level.
Yes, now we're getting there.
Okay, so that's 4 d8s I'm rolling. And all this plus 7. 30 damage on that second attack.
Nice. All right. And the skull atop the head of this flesh golem is going to tilt down towards you to make eye contact.
Oh.
And the color shimmer goes from red to a pale turquoise that will encompass both you and Phantom as he uses 2 legendary actions.
What?
To give you both vulnerability to necrotic damage until the end of his next turn.
Oh, there's nothing I could do to fix that. Great.
It will only last until the end of his next turn, but it will last until the end of his next turn.
So just don't get hit.
Okay.
So now it is Wilbur's turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around as I'm shaking off the confusion, and I'm going to look Chick in the eyes and say, "Hey,
Hi.
what you looking at?
You currently.
You want to fight? You want to fight? Come on, hit me! Hit me!" And he's gonna put up fisticuffs.
Well, you've had this coming for a long time. Somebody else is gonna put up his hands.
God, I love these guys.
Are you gonna hit me?
Guess so.
Okay, Dan, can this be a concurrent thing? Because I want to cast Hideous Laughter on the vampire spawn.
Absolutely, that can be concurrent.
Oh, right in the kisser.
Wow. Spins in a circle multiple times with, like, the stars above his head going, whoa.
Oh my god.
What save is that? Wisdom?
Yes, wisdom saving throw.
That is a 13.
I don't think that saves, but let me double check.
I believe your DC is 16. 16.
I don't even know where I can find that, but sure, yes, perfect. Love it. Great. He's now prone.
All right, so this vampire spawn will fall over laughing.
And at the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another wisdom saving throw.
All right, excellent. This will break concentration on the confusion, but...
Oh, because Hideous Laughter is concentration. Got it,
yeah.
okay. Well, there goes that gag. That's fine. It's still, this is a better gag.
It's all about the gag, baby.
No, this is great.
Chick, why'd you have to hit me so hard?
I mean, you were asking for it, Wilbur.
Oh, God. And that's gonna be my turn.
All right, Chick, it is your turn.
Chick's gonna be like, I'm sorry there. And he's gonna tuck the broken bottle behind his arm as he bends down to help up Wilbur. And I want to say that the vampire spawn is gonna lunge at him and is just gonna fall on top of the broken bottle.
Oh my god. So go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh, that's a 19, which is a crit for me.
Nice.
20 damage.
Ooh.
All right.
Feeling that he just scraped up against something, he's gonna take the bottle out of his hand. He's gonna turn around like, what? And he's gonna slash the vampire spawn again. Well, it's a 2 + 8, but I'm going to use the Bardic Inspiration on this. 9, 10, so that is an 18.
An 18 will hit.
11 damage.
All right.
And then he's gonna look at him and be like, hey, what are you getting so close to me, bud? Huh? And he's gonna just stab him again. 16 + 8.
That will do it.
That is an 11 again.
All right, describe your killing blow.
Yeah.
He's gonna just straight stab. The stab itself is going to miss, but he's gonna kind of trip, lunge at him, and the vampire spawn is gonna fall onto a smashing rock.
Oh my god.
You know, if it works, it works.
And he's gonna kind of get up, dust himself off, and be like, oh, I guess he's taking a nap, huh?
I knew the stakes were high, but I didn't know they were that high.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
All right, so that ends your turn. Imhotep, it is your turn.
So, Imhotep, who had the zombies and stuff move around so that he has a meat shield, looks at this ghast who is no longer under his control, just kind of goes, excuse me, pardon me, and just kind of shuffles his way past him. And first thing he's going to do is look towards Orcus, look down at his feet and see Erik out and just like, get up. And I'm going to cast Healing Word at level 4.
Ooh.
Bless. No, not
No,
bless.
not bless. Healing word.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 HP.
Hell yeah! I knew you got me, Goopy.
Good, you're awake. I want you to watch this. And he holds the Hellraiser so that the skull is facing up, and he points it at Orcus. And I'm going to cast my Disintegrate spell, but I'm going to steal something from Aaron a little bit here and have it manifest differently, if I may, Dan. Can I unscrew the skull and throw it at Orcus and have it turn back into the full-scale boulder?
Oh my god.
Inspiration.
Hell yeah! Woo!
And yes.
10d6, right?
Yep, 10d6 plus 40. Target has to make a dex save.
Before Dan announces what the number is.
Does anybody want to
Do
port
we
at
want
that?
to use a portent?
If we do the nat 1, it is 10d6 plus 40 damage.
That might kill him outright.
And I do want to crack Renfield out first.
Do you want me to maybe hold on to this spell? Do you want me to back up and maybe hold on to this spell for a round or two?
I would like us, hypothetically, if it turns out that we're running out of time and can't save Renfield, to be able to just clean it up pretty quickly. Like, if he could have 6 health left, that'd be like primo, you know?
Okay. Then I'm going to put my fun little thing back in the bottle for right now. So I'm gonna do the just a Sacred Flame.
All right. So dex save.
DC.
That is an 18.
It was a 17 is what he needed to get. Damn. Okay, so he's gonna take half of this. 6 damage. I rolled 13.
All right, and does that end your turn?
Yeah, he does a Sacred Flame, flips the Hellraiser, and kind of yells to Larry, "Larry, do whatever you're going to do because I have something big for this guy."
All right.
All right, so for Orcus's turn.
Boo.
Orcus, still glowing from the necrotic energy that has granted Mary temporary vulnerability to it, is going to reach out and put a talon right on the stitches that are holding his flesh together and send a burst of necrotic energy withering the skin flaps sewn and composing his body.
What the
So you all need to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 23.
Oh, what? Shit!
as he casts Finger of Death.
Oh shit!
No,
guy.
hey, do you have a nat 20 portent? Anybody did not die? Oh my god.
There is a nat 20 portent.
I don't use it. I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry, but I have a bigger plan in mind. I don't use the nat 20 portent.
Use the nat 20 portent.
I'm sorry.
I have 18 portent.
I would use it.
I can give you my 17 if you want to save your 18.
You know what? If you can do that, you said it was a 23 DC.
23 is the DC.
It's my con's a +7. That would bring me right over.
All right, because you have vulnerability, this will still be full damage.
But not double.
Yeah.
But it would have been double otherwise.
That's messed up.
Fucked up.
As you take.
I don't like this.
I don't like it either.
So much suspense.
The longer the math takes, the worse it is.
So yeah, my portents are gone.
Yeah, the portents were used well.
Yeah.
You are going to take 61 damage.
Oh, shit!
But at least it's not 122.
Yes. My max is 110.
Yeah, you would have been downed.
That's like a lot.
Yeah.
That's big bad guy spell energy right there.
It certainly is.
Then he is going to fly where the oncoming lightning strikes are happening.
Shit.
Oh no.
Don't tell me he's
You
fucking...
said
He got a
he
little
has
treat
a little
from
bit of
all
everybody.
us.
He's something from all of us.
No!
And that will end his turn. So now the lightning will strike, and it will strike Orcus. He will regain 4d6 health.
Oh my god.
That's some bullshit right there.
Kilmarnock gets it!
So he will regain 13 health.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Not bad.
I can dig that.
So after Orcus does like his Finger of Death thing, and I just kind of keel over, just like coughing and just going, oh god, I know I died. Oh god, that hurts. Oh man, is that what death feels like? Jeez, that is terrible.
Yes! The lightning has stricken, so layer action time.
Okay, I think the plan is everyone get within that 30-foot radius of Imhotep. We're thinking about doing the Namun death ward, so if he does get us all at once.
Do the death ward.
Yeah.
And then you can cast that spell to keep us all up.
Sounds good
or
to me.
give us resistance. Okay.
Yes.
Larry, on the way in, if you have the ability to swing for more strings, do it.
Yeah, I can.
Yours is what I'm saving the portent for, so you will not miss.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, so using Namun's lair action, Undying Devotion. Until initiative count 20 on the next round, all players have the benefits of the Death Ward spell. So for this next round, the lowest you can be is 1 hit point. You cannot be put below 1.
Oh my god! I should have been a jackass with this.
Oh, damn.
Thanks, honey!
And Aaron has reset the new initiative order, so Larry, it is your turn.
All right. Larry's gonna use the broom, fly 15 feet forward, and is going to once again use the ability of Booming Blade. Did Orcus move?
Yes, he did.
He did move.
All right, so that will be, I'll just add that to this round of damage. That'll be an additional 2d8 thunder.
Portent 20, natural for the hit.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you're giving that to me right now?
Get him out of there. Get Renfield the hell out.
All right.
Yeah.
You got it. All right, so nat 20 to hit. Thank you.
And I think that doubles your D4s, right?
I don't know. I don't know how
that is unclear.
I will say the nat 20 will give you an additional attempt to hit. The second one will deal no damage, but will go to the D4s if it lands.
Okay, you got it. I will roll the D4 first and then do the damage at the end. That is 4 + 1.
5.
So 5.
Nice.
Maximum amount of
amazing.
strings cut.
There are 2 remaining. Same thing as the blade makes contact. You get a flash in your head of Renfield's life flashing before your eyes as the blade is slicing through the fleshy tendrils of that undead spiderweb that has him entrapped. You see him looking horrified, standing atop a pile of corpses in Castle Dracula. And then he flickers, and you see him standing horrified over a pile of corpses at Seward Sanitarium. And you hear, simultaneously, as he is flickering between the two, the voices of Dracula and Orcus in unison, saying, "Look what you've done, Mr. Renfield. This is what happens when you try to resist. The impulse might not have been yours, but the deed was. And their blood is on your hands. You can either fruitlessly suffer their pain for them, or you can numb it with power." As he holds out a hand, that glowing turquoise energy encompasses him. And then you are back in the battlefield. Because of the nat 20, I will let you make an additional scythe attack. This one will not deal any damage, but if it hits, it will cut more strings.
Okay.
Do we have any other really good ones we can use for that?
Well, I have another nat 20.
I would say hold that nat 20, we can burn my 18.
Yeah, I don't think we do.
Yeah, we'll burn an 18. Larry's gonna come back from the vision of that, and not ever having experienced anything to that extreme, it just empathizes with the feeling of seeing a corpse you've caused while not being in your control. And he's gonna steel himself and just say, "This doesn't have to be the answer." And he's gonna slice through him one more time, and we're gonna use the portent.
Okay.
And I cannot roll below a 2.
Which portent are you using?
18 plus...
That will hit. And this will sever the final 2.
Yes.
Oh shit. As the scythe is ripping through the last 2 strands, you flash back to Castle Dracula, and you see Renfield completely disheveled, shivering, clutching onto an emaciated corpse that is completely dried of all blood, as he is surrounded by insects, and he whispers to the corpse, "This hour is intoxicating, but I'm losing everything about myself to this. In my soul, I desperately need to stop, but in my mind and body, I can't even tell if I want to. I don't control the thoughts in my head anymore."
Oh, I hate that.
Enough, Mr. Renfield. As Dracula appears behind him, I will not have any more of that. Show some gratitude for the grace I've granted you. Feel some merriment instead.
No!
Yes, Master. And with that, you pull Renfield out of the Avatar of Orcus, and the spirit comes billowing out of the flesh golem that is glitching between planes and then solidifies as the effects of the etherealness ray transfer to Renfield, and the soul of Renfield, now trapped within your sight, turns to you and says, put me back, please, I beg of you. I need this. We can work together. We can all kill Dracula together when we bring him back out, but please, I beg of you, don't take this away from me.
Kicking and screaming.
Larry's gonna look at Renfield in the blade of the scythe, and is gonna hear Jack say that, and is gonna be like, "I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for the pain we're causing you, and I'm sorry for the pain you've gone through, but like Jack said and like Erik said, a better tomorrow kicking and screaming."
No. You promised to end this.
His heart's so heavy, but he's gonna use his bonus action to teleport behind Imhotep.
All right, and now that the soul has been severed from the flesh golem, it begins to lose its tether to the material plane and starts to, of its own accord, disintegrate.
Hell yeah.
Now that they are separated, every round, the flesh golem that is the Avatar of Orcus will lose 20 hit points at the start of each round.
Okay.
Hey guys, remember how I said I had that one spell? Yeah, I'm just dropping this.
Of course.
Yeah, do it.
All right, Dan. That ends my turn.
All right. Then, as a legendary action...
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
He will fire a necrotic bolt at Larry.
I took what he wanted.
Yo. But it's okay, you have death ward.
I do.
That will be a 31.
Silvery barbs.
Hell yeah.
Advantage goes to Jack. That means he can sneak attack if he wants to.
Yeah. I'll take it.
So now that will be a 26 instead.
Yeah, well, bye, Larry, but I tried.
That is okay. I still have resistance to necrotic due to the death card.
That's true, so this will still do half.
Oh, that's right. That's true. Holy shit.
All right, that will deal 28 damage. So cut in half, that will be 14.
All right, not bad. I'm doing okay.
All right, and Mary, now it is your turn.
Okay. Bonus action, pop in the potion of arcane power.
Alrighty, so I believe that makes it so that any spell you cast of 4th level or lower is guaranteed to do the maximum result.
All right. For my last 2nd level spell slot, I am going to cast Branding Smite.
Nice.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit.
That would be a does a 9 hit?
No.
Fucking hell, why are my dice being like that? Well, second attack is just gonna be my regular hammer with Divine Smite if I hit.
Okay.
So, Bob, if you want to give me that nat 20 now, that'd be great.
That was Bailey, and yes.
Oh, Bailey, sorry.
Only I have one to give.
Sorry.
I know, he's not the right, don't we?
Bailey, I'm sorry.
All good. But yes, that nat 20 is yours.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and double that damage, and the smite will do a guaranteed max damage, so...
All right. Okay. So the dice roll and my modifier stuff is a 29.
Okay. And then the smite damage would be 32 because of the arcane power potion. So that would be 61 damage.
61 damage.
Yep,
Yeah.
61 damage.
Good use of a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was my second attack, so for the final bit, I'm going to move over into this lightning circle, which is within Imhotep's 30-foot range, and this is where I'm going to sit.
All right, sounds good. So Imhotep, it is your turn.
So I'm gonna change just a little bit from the last time I tried to do this. He's gonna hold the sword upside down and kind of draw his fingers over the skull and draw a bunch of energy out of it. And he's going to say, I offer to you, my friend in undeath, a gift from the hells, and cast Disintegrate in the form of dropping the boulder on top of it.
Do we want to portent nat 1 this saving throw?
That nat 1 for the saving throw, yeah.
I think
we do. I think we do.
This is the time.
Yes,
This is
yes.
it.
Do it.
Yes.
I gotta get out 10 more dice. Give me a second.
Get out the original 10, because...
Oh, no.
Legendary resistance.
Oh, shit.
God damn it.
Damn.
Fine, putting my new 10 back away. No fun.
I forgot that he has this, and I don't think he's used any.
He has not. He has now used 1 out of 3.
Oh, shit.
Son of a bitch.
Here's an idea. How about we all just run away?
So he passes, so he will take half damage.
Bullshit.
Do we get that?
All right, well,
if you get the portent back, he gets the legendary resistance back, so it's up to you guys.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, we'll make it
Yeah.
burn. Spend it.
Yeah. We need to burn those legendary resistances.
he's taken 30.
I mean, damage is damage, so still.
30 damage and
nothing.
burn to legendary
Yeah.
resistance, so that is nothing to sneeze at.
Nothing to
Nope.
sneeze at.
Absolutely.
And as my bonus action, hero fits brick.
Yeah!
Make an attack roll. That's a 14.
14 will not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so. All right.
So, Chick, it is your turn.
Back to the comedy.
I'm going to make a wide swing for one of these zombies, miss, and accidentally hit the white. That is a 3 plus 8. So I don't think an 11 hits.
An 11 will not hit.
I'll take another wide swing. 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
All right. That will deal 11 damage. Wow, I'm hitting 11s a lot.
Describe your killing blow.
Wow. Nice. All right, I'm taking out things left and right. So Chick is going to make a wild swing for the ghast, but his eyes are going to be closed. So he instead catches the zombie and just completely shreds him. When he opens his eyes, he doesn't see that he just did it. He just sees that the ghast in front of him hasn't taken any damage. So he's going to swing again. He's going to be like, oh man, I'm really missing things here.
It feels like I hit something, but he looks fine to me.
He looks fine. Why does he keep looking fine? And that is a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. 10 damage to this ghast as he again makes a wide swing.
Swings wildly, misses, and hits the other one. Excellent.
Again, looking up, seeing that it didn't take any damage, he's gonna just look back at Wilbur and be like, I don't know what you're doing over there, but I'm having a rough time with these guys. They're very dodgy.
It's not the only dodgy thing I see.
All right, and Wilbur, it is your turn.
Okay, question. Is that vampire still prone or is he dead?
Prone.
I'm laughing.
This guy's laughing, yeah.
Oh, he's still laughing. Okay, cool. Wilbur's gonna look at Chick and go, you know, I think it's time to razz this place up a little bit. How about some tunes? And he's going to pull out his bagpipes.
Oh my God.
Yes. He's going to play a little ditty to get us dancing. He's going to cast Crown of Madness on the vampire.
Oh no. Chick's just going to be I'm not hearing this.
That is a 17 on the save.
Dang it.
Eric's down south like, what in the gods is that?
Do you not know how to play one of those? I assumed you knew all instruments.
Yeah, in like France.
Wilbur will start playing Scotland the Brave badly, thinking that's going to, that's a party song.
All right, and I'm assuming that ends your turn?
Yeah, I think I have, I'll throw another bardic at Chick.
All right, kill Marnock.
Behold.
And I'm gonna roll. All right. Does anyone have any negative effects on them presently?
No.
Oh, yes. Mary and the Phantom do, I believe.
Mary and Phantom, that effect is worn off.
Oh, okay.
it has?
Never mind.
His turn has passed.
Oh. Yay! Okay, then I think my Dispel Ray just kind of shoots off into the distance.
We don't need this one right now, boys.
Then my Enchaining Ray, I would like to target Orcus with that one. So it is a DC 17 strength saving throw, please.
And he is going to burn a legendary resistance on that.
Son of a gun.
He rolled a nat 1, so...
That's 2.
We got 2 of them down. 2 of them down.
Get ready to burn through your last legendary resistance. This is the Death Ray.
DC 17 dexterity, please.
Y'all, I think he's immune.
He is immune.
Oh, shit. Oh, can he not take necrotic damage?
He is immune to necrotic damage.
Oh, okay.
Well, shit. I should have been paying more attention.
All right, Phantom, it is your turn.
Well, I hate to be a one-trick pony, but first I'm gonna run away.
Fair.
Fair, valid,
And then Erik just looks at the C-sharp and the, face of Christine reflected in the blade. They just shrug at each other, and then Wall of Light!
That's a 25 on that save.
Well, I guess it's safe. But it is 10 feet wide, so I should be able to just glance the white archers and not touch Mary.
Mary puts on his sunglasses.
3 of them fail, 1 of them succeeds.
Ooh.
Nice.
22.
Nice.
Oh, Aaron, I did have that Jekyll juice for you.
I also have my own Jekyll juice potion.
All right, so action.
Yep, and it's funny that Grayson mentioned Jekyll juice because bottoms up, baby.
Yes.
All right, D6.
6.
6. Transformation.
Ooh.
The drinker's body is transformed as if by the alter self spell. The drinker determines the transformation caused by the spell, the effects of which last for 10 minutes. So you could breathe underwater and gain a swimming speed. You could change your appearance to cosmetically look any way that you like as long as you are still human. Or natural weapons, so like claws, fangs, spikes, etc.
Interesting. Let me think on it for a second.
And then was that a regular Jekyll potion, or?
I only had the improved one, the good one.
Okay, so that will also heal you for 10 hit points.
Woo!
Hell yeah, Phantom.
And then I'll circle back around to you for your disguise, but I'm assuming that ends your turn?
Yep.
All right, Jack, it is your turn.
Alrighty. So Jack's got himself that advantage. Just to clarify, is he any form of undead?
He is not.
Alright. Well, I know what I'm running in with. So Jack's going to run his 35 feet, dip and dive, and he's going to go for sneak attack damage.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
17 plus 7.
That will hit.
Not bad. That'll be 33 damage for sneak attack.
All right.
Jack will run his 30 feet away and take his bonus action to hide.
Okay. I will roll perception as relevant. So now it is the White's turns, which they are going to get out of the wall of light.
Fair.
And the ones that are blinded are going to just attack whoever's nearest at disadvantage. So 2 of them are going to go for Imhotep, 1 of them's going to go for Larry.
Hello.
The one going for Larry, with disadvantage, that's an 11 and a 15.
15 would hit, except I'll use the special reaction ability of the Reaping Scythe. When hit by a melee or spell attack until your next turn, temporarily raise your AC by an amount which causes the attack to miss. Must lower hit point maximum by equivalent amount. So I will up my armor class by 2 and lower my hit point maximum by 2.
All right.
And I squeeze the scythe really hard, and I phase out of existence for a second. Whoa! I don't know what that was. Whoa! I'm cold.
And then for Imhotep, the highest that any of them rolled with their 4 attacks was 10, so they all miss.
Losers!
Then the zombies are going to all swarm Kilmarnock, and same thing with the ghasts. So 1 ghast attack, 1 zombie attack will hit.
I've got at least 5 hit points. I'm probably okay.
10 damage from the ghast, 4 damage from the zombie.
Do I have my total hit points?
You do.
Oh, these cute babies.
Come at me, bros, please.
The vampire spawn is going to roll to try to get back up from being prone. It does not get back up.
Yeah.
Still laughing too hard.
They're very funny.
They are.
Very funny. The ghasts are going to attack Abbot and Costello, 2 each. 6 damage to Chick, 11 damage to Wilbur.
Oh my goodness.
Yeesh! I'm gonna do a reaction.
Okay.
Cutting words. Expend a use of a bardic inspiration to subtract 1d10 from an attack, ability, or damage roll made by
Nice.
Nice.
Ooh, I regain 3 hit points.
All right.
Nice.
Awesome.
Wilbur's going to take that on the chin, literally, and go, huh! I've had better smacks for my life!
Oh no.
And then looks at Chick.
Chick's gonna be like, I think we need to talk about your home life there.
1940s humor. 1940s humor.
Yeah, Chick's go. For the record, I don't support abuse, domestic or otherwise.
I do love the need to clarify that.
All right, so now it is Orcus's turn.
Yikes.
It is.
He can't kill us, so whatever.
You are correct.
Yeah.
He can't kill you.
Oh no.
As you all are laughing at the antics of Abbot and Costello, and feeling pretty good about the damage you just dealt, and the security of knowing that he cannot kill you this round, you feel the laughter catch in your throat.
Dan.
As everything around you grinds to a halt, while he casts Time Stop.
Oh, shit.
Time Stop.
Oh. You briefly stop the flow of time for everyone but yourself. No time passes for other creatures while you take a d4 plus 1 turns in a row. During which you can use actions and move as normal.
Hey, Dan, can I try and counterspell that?
Ooh.
Can I, open the book, feel wibbly wobbly shit, and start going, no.
Yes, you can.
Make an ability check using your spellcasting modifier to see DC is equal to 10 plus the spell's level. Time Stop is a 9th level spell.
It is a 9th level spell, so that it is a DC 19.
Does anybody want to use Portent?
I'm gonna burn my 13, because with my plus 9, we just make it.
And he is also going to counterspell.
He's counterspelling your counterspell.
Not the silvery bars battle again.
Shit.
Dan, did I say 3rd level? I'm gonna cast this shit at 8th. I'm gonna burn my 2.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So it is a DC 18.
Does anybody have another Portent that's low?
Not anymore. I'm out.
I don't think so.
I have a 9, but I feel like that's not going to be worth it.
He rolled a 16 plus 15.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Damn it.
Plus 15?
Wild.
I mean, okay, he's an avatar of a god, but still, just
uncool,
it's
bro.
Alright, well, we're still frozen, and I have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Okay, but point of order, are we frozen immortal?
You are frozen and cannot die, as he takes 5 turns in a row.
5 turns! Oh, no!
Does he lose 100 health?
Oh, shit.
He does not. After the lair action, he will lose 20 health.
Okay. That makes sense.
But
it was worth it.
You
it was
cannot
worth a shot.
die.
Yeah.
So that was his action. His movement. So he is going to move up to Mary.
Oh. Howdy.
Oh.
That ends turn 1.
Oh.
Turn 2 of 5, he is going to multi-attack.
Yeah.
All of them will hit. So that is going to be 24 bludgeoning plus 13 necrotic.
Is any of that halved?
They are both halved, but also happen 3 times.
Oh, that was 1.
That would be 55 damage after the halving.
Yep, I'm just down to the 1 hit point. Thank you, Death Ward.
And then he is going to bonus action shove.
What? Oh,
to get you out of the lightning.
you bitch!
Ooh.
So this will be a contested strength roll. You will have disadvantage because you are frozen in time.
All right. 9. Oh, no, wait, no. 9 plus 9, 18.
Okay, that's decent.
He got an 11, so you will not budge.
Oh!
Turn 3. Another bonus action shove.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He really does not want me to heal, huh? Okay. Come on. Big money, no whammies.
23.
Yeah, I get shoved.
Then he is going to multi-attack Imhotep. He got a nat 1 for one of them, so you will only be hit with one of these.
Okay.
You'll take 31 damage from that. And then he is going to fly to the other side. Turn 4. He is going to bonus action shove Imhotep. 24.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
Oh.
He's going to push you into the lightning.
Yeah.
Then he is going to multi-attack Larry.
Oh.
16, 18, 16, plus 19. So all 3 of them will hit.
Okay.
So that is going to be 111 damage.
Oh my gosh.
What the f...
Oh.
Turn 4 out of 5. He's going to roll perception. 26. So he sees Jack. Multi-attack.
Oh, no.
And all 3 of them are going to hit. That's going to be 111 damage.
Oh.
And then he is going to move his 40 feet. Turn 5, final turn. All low rolls, but it's a plus 19, so they're all 3 going to hit. Phantom is now at 1 HP. And then he is going to use the remainder of his movement to be where the lightning will strike.
That much.
Damn, dude.
That ends his turn. He will immediately lose 20 hit points, but he will regain 4d6. Imhotep, make a dexterity saving throw on the lightning.
Yeah, I got an 8.
He is going to regain 14 from the lightning, so he will lose 6.
He still loses HP.
So we're still making progress.
Now it is the lair action, and you have 1 minute to strategize.
Well, wait, Dan, I got an 8 on my dex save. How much am I taking?
You'll take 14 damage from the lightning.
Okay.
And now the death ward wears off.
Hey!
Oh my god, I'm sweating. Like, this sucks so bad.
Wow.
I have one really big, really dramatic play that will remove Imhotep, but will give you guys full HP.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, let's not do that.
It is a ninth level spell, and I have 2 levels of exhaustion. I will have to spend 4 to get that. 6 is instant death.
You have a wife to think about.
Yeah, we need you in the epilogue, so no.
Vetoed.
Here's the thing. Use the pocket watch, because it will give me 1 long rest, and it will reset my spells so that I can cast it as a 6th level spell, which would cause me only 3 as opposed to 4 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, if you want me to run over and pocket watch you.
I will still be utterly useless, but I can heal everybody.
Useless is better than dead.
All right, and that's 1 minute. While Aaron's resetting the initiative, if you guys want to decide on lair actions.
Do we want to use Gonzo, or
I was just gonna
Imhotep, do you want to
say.
do that play?
If we do the Gonzo, that puts you back up to 30. Mass heal gives me 700 HP to spread out.
It's pretty good.
You can also completely ignore me. I can do this all day or for 2 more rounds.
Yes, you were not on the list of people who I was going to give a shit ton of health to.
Yeah, I'll run over, I'll pocket watch you, Imhotep, and then you just do your worst. And by your worst, I mean your best at the Heelys.
Have Kilmarnock go first. Put him in the anti-magic field during when it's not his turn, so that all reactions, or legendary actions rather, will be in anti-magic, hopefully stopping all of that, so then everybody can do their thing without worrying about getting sniped.
Yeah, as long as no one is going to hit him with a big spell this turn, because this is like a recover turn plus maybe wail on him if you can get to him physically.
All right. So now it is the lair action. Which lair action are you guys choosing?
Gonzo.
All right, blessings from Stratford. All players regain 30 hit points.
Yay!
Yum, 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 yum.
Crisp 31.
I really needed it. I was in a bad way.
Were you nearly out of triple digits?
Not even close. I was nearly out of the 200s.
Oh my god.
All right, Kilmarnock, it is your turn.
I would like to
Gaze upon the demon prince.
Orcus and use my anti-magic cone. We're just going to use some eye rays at the various creatures that surround me. These lesser
beings.
One of the ghasts will gasp and have to make a DC 17 wisdom saving throw or be frightened because it was hit with a
wavy purple terror ray.
It is frightened.
Yay!
Delightful. One of the zombies must make a DC 17 Constitution saving.
Oh no, both of these types of creatures are probably immune to poison, aren't they?
They are immune to poison.
Well, what use is this eye stock?
And I flick it, annoyed. Dan, are they also immune to death because they're undead?
They are not.
Oh!
Joy!
So then...
A streaky black ray hits one of the gas, the other gas. And it has to make a DC 17 dexterity saving throw.
It's gonna kill it outright.
Oh!
Nice!
I am called Kilmarnock for something.
And that's my turn.
All right. So, Larry, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna plunk off the broom, swaddle the scythe blade in my arms. I'm like, all right, come on, bud. And we're gonna run up to Imhotep, excuse me, blind, white, pardon, excuse me, Imhotep, feel better, click.
As you do that, he's just gasped and just like, oh, is that what that felt like?
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know if I like that.
Nah.
It's very weird.
You feel like you lose a day.
Anyways, Imhotep is gonna just drop to his knees and open the book on the ground and start flicking through pages.
That'll be my turn. Short and sweet.
All right. As a legendary action, Orcus is going to fly out of the anti-magic field.
Shit.
Yeah.
Boo.
And now it is Jack's turn.
He's going to look over at Phantom and double check, kind of like flicking his thumb to get out of there.
I actually couldn't be any safer than I am right now.
That's true,
He can't
actually.
blast in here, so...
I mean, he could throw a brick at you, but, you know.
No, he can't. That's a spell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just a regular brick.
Just double checking. Imhotep, do you need to be able to see me?
It doesn't specify within line of sight or anything. It just says, divided as you choose among any number of creatures. Oh no, that you can see within range. So yes, I do need to see you.
Ah, damn it. All right.
Starts putting his clothes back on.
I'm going to do 30 feet of movement, pull out the stone, and you look a little tired. And he's going to squeeze the stone, and it's going to glow a bright brownish purple color. And then the light's going to hit you, and you should be down one less.
Which means I am back to 0 levels of exhaustion.
Sweet.
So from that, you said that you can see, right?
Yes.
So you can still see me if I move real far away, right?
It is a 60-foot range.
So 60 feet away.
Gotcha. Jack is going to back up a little bit further and chill right about there.
And does that end your turn?
Yeah, that should be good enough.
Well, as a legendary action, Orcus is going to snipe you.
But he's on the wrong side of the anti-magic field, so
Yeah, can it pass through the field?
That is true, so he's going to snipe Kilmarnock.
Well...
Oh no!
It's going to hit. It was a 19 plus whatever.
Yeah.
So that will be 29 necrotic damage.
Oh, I mean, that's fine.
Show off.
All right, Mary, it is your turn.
Okay, power of the Seraphim, I invoke thee, and I take the lightning myself to heal.
All right, so you will regain 4d6 health.
4d6 health, which is 10. Oh, it's better than nothing. I am going to fly, so 35 there, walk through the anti-magic field to 10, go back over here so I have like a little bit of a movement stuff left, but that doesn't matter because I'm out of the anti-magic field, and I'm going to swing at this motherfucker with a Divine Smite level 2.
All right, roll to hit.
2 on the die, so damn it.
Use one of the 18s.
We haven't used yours?
Who else has a portent? Are you the only one?
I have a 13 left, but it's pretty mid, so it's hard to tell when it's super useful.
I have a plus 11 to hit, so that would be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, if you want to save Kendra the 18, which is a little better, you can just take a 13.
I'll take the 13 to hit.
All right, 13 plus 11 will hit.
All right, cool. That is equal to 27 points of damage.
All right.
Mary, to put it into perspective, he only did 29 to me just now, so like... That's like Demon Prince of Undeath levels of damage. That seems pretty solid to me. I don't know.
And that ends your turn?
That is my turn.
He is going to legendary action attack back.
Coward, come and pick up someone that's only one size less smaller than you.
24 bludgeoning, 13 necrotic. So that's 37 total, cut in half.
Okay,
That's going to be
okay.
18 damage.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
And now it is Phantom's turn.
Erik is going to dash over to stand next to Larry. You hear the slapping of nice shoes on the ground as a familiar-looking realtor runs up and says, I tried to tell him not to go and attack Orcus. I think this form might piss him off. And then Erik will use a bonus action to daintily nab that pocket watch off of you, because fuck, I need my spell slots back.
Oh, yeah. Please take it. Larry's so unsettled. That laugh, it's just so uncanny. I'm like, oh, all right.
And the spirit of Renfield is also going to be unsettled by this.
Yeah, we're just both sitting there like, ugh.
Oh, is that how I sound like?
It's like Jordan said before, when someone's having a breakdown in the solutions to do something confusing enough to shock them out of it, this is going to really jar him, and he's just going to react with confusion, disbelief, and a slight chuckle of shock that isn't the laugh.
Aww. But also, hopefully Orcus sees this, because I'm, I hope he's pissed.
Yeah, look at me.
So, Imhotep, it is your turn.
Imhotep has been, on the ground, flicking through the book to try to find just this spell. He takes a very deep breath, and he just starts chanting in the abyssal language of the Necronomicon, slams his hands down on the book. Everyone is going to gain 100 HP as I cast the 9th level spell, Mass Heal. I will take on 3 levels of exhaustion, so I have disadvantage on everything, and my movement speed is halved.
As the healing blast goes by, Erik Renfield's jacket gets blown up Marilyn Monroe style, and he holds it down oh.
Hey, so can I pull back 100 of that HP, please?
Take it back.
Please do, because he's really milking it at this point, and now it's just offensive.
It is. It's weird. It's really weird. Hey, here's the thing. The spell does not specify that it doesn't heal undead or constructs.
Oh.
Sweet.
Yeah, it doesn't specify. It says creatures healed by the spells are also cured of all disease and any effect making them blinded and deaf. Oh, nope, never mind. I didn't read the whole spell. Never mind.
The fine print gets us every time.
I will let you take a 4th level of exhaustion for it to also heal Mary.
Hell yeah, let's do that.
What the heck? I can't bail you out now.
Hey, Dan, can I add some flavor to the exhaustion?
Please do.
So as he slams his hand down on the book and the wave washes over him, it is purely strangely, despite the fact that it is coming from an abyssal source, it is a holy light. Can I have that blow my transformation from Mummy Lord back to Mummy?
Oh.
Can I have it blow everything away and just return to being a mummy? Part of my exhaustion is just him losing that power.
Yes. And you already have inspiration, but if you didn't, you would. But you do, so you don't.
So you will watch for the first time since he came back. He's no longer got the wing, he doesn't have the horn anymore, he's just beef jerky again.
I've missed those Sahara desert lips.
Oh, God, Kendra.
Gross.
Yeah, Kendra, he does not have that inspiration anymore.
Can I have Phantom and Larry do a perception check or something?
Sure, bud.
Sure, bud.
19.
More mid from me. We're looking at an 11.
His runes flicker for a moment.
Oh.
Like red?
No, out. They blink for a moment and flicker out while he's doing the big spell.
So, Chick, it is your turn.
I guess more of the same. I'm just gonna take 3 swings at the ghast in front of me, all actually trying to do damage to the one next to it. Nat 20 for the first one.
Sweet.
An 18 plus 8 for the second one, and a 14 plus 8 for the last one.
They all hit.
18 damage on the first hit, 6 damage, 12 damage.
Describe your killing blow.
Oh my gosh, again. Wow. All right. I go to attack the other one, and I'm just eyes closed, flailing wildly, and just shoot head up the wrong one, and then open my eyes, see that the one that I was trying to attack, perfectly fine. I look down at the broken bottle and be like, man, maybe I should get myself a new weapon. This doesn't seem to be doing anything. How you doing over there, Wilbur?
I don't know, Chick? Oh my God, what is wrong with my mouth?
I don't know, Wilbur. What is wrong with your mouth?
that slap really got me. I don't know, Chick. I think you need to lay off the bottle a little bit more. I think we're gonna switch things up again.
Oh, okay.
And
Do we swap places again? Much better.
Perfect.
This feels more comfortable here.
This feels right. Because now I'm on the right side. Ew.
Careful, I'm getting left behind. Oh, that was good.
Amazing. Okay, I was considering kinetic jaunt, which is a bonus action, and I want to use that increased walking speed by actually leaving ship behind. And dancing my way over to these three, and I want to give them skill empowerment.
Ooh, please describe skill empowerment.
Your magic deepens a creature's understanding of its own talent. You touch one willing creature and give it expertise in one skill of your choice until the spell ends.
All right. Who are you empowering and what skill are you empowering?
I want to give either Larry or Imhotep the skill empowerment.
Giving Imhotep expertise might help counteract that disadvantage.
That was what I was thinking. Yeah.
Granted, this is to skills like acrobatics, insight, proficiency,
That would
etc.
be really funny to give him acrobatics while he's actively dying of exhaustion.
You might be falling to pieces, but you can dance really good now, kid.
Yeah!
Medicine would be a good one.
Oh. Yeah, I think that would be good. So I'm gonna touch the jerky boy on her shoulder and say, "Hey, you're looking a little rough around the edges. You might need this."
Who are you?
You summoned me.
He's like, who are you? Oh my God, you're the security guards.
It's me, Wilbur.
Oh my God, you have skin now.
Don't you recognize your old pal?
Oh my God, the curse wasn't strong enough.
And I'm assuming that ends your turn?
Yeah, and it's like, well, the only curse here is your breath, buddy. Whew. And he dances off.
And that was the knowledge you needed to gain a boost in medicine.
Now it is Orcus's turn. I will preface this by saying I rolled a d4 to determine who the target of this would be at random. He is going to move the full 40 feet of his movement back, which gets him just behind Kilmarnock. And Larry, how many hit points do you have?
Oh no.
I have 90.
That is less than 100.
Oh no!
Power word kill.
Oh shit!
Oh no! Does anyone have Revivify?
I do. I've also got a really dumb thing we can do if you just want to fucking take me out.
Stop it!
Larry's heart is just gonna stop, and he's gonna feel that cramp in his chest, and he's going to turn and fall at the both of you, and he says, whatever happens, just make sure I get home. And then he's gonna collapse. And he's gonna drop the scythe and just be cold on the ground.
Lawrence, I will do everything in my power to help you.
I believe you even less than I believe me at this point.
Oh.
I will say, Imhotep, I would prefer you prioritize winning the fight. That is okay.
As watchers of the show, I would not.
Dan, I have a question, and I hate to be that guy at the table.
I will divorce you.
Oh no. Is Orcus now the big bad wolf?
No, Orcus is stronger.
Okay. What?
That's rude.
Hey guys, can I make a suggestion for the next lair action?
Yeah, please do.
Can we pull Percy's?
Oh,
yeah. The lets me use Revivify as a bonus action ability.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out how we could use that one. That's a great way to use it.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good.
I think it's going to be the best use we're going to get out of it.
So, Orcus's turn is over. Now it is the undead. which are all going to congregate around Kilmarnock, except for the one that's afraid. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are going to crit, and 4 of them are going to hit.
Oh, that's cool.
48 from the crits, and then 24 from the hits. So that will be, I want to say 72 damage.
Wow.
Then the zombies are going to, they all failed. So, all right, layer action.
All right, everyone good with Percy?
Yes.
Percy, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, tactical surge. Until initiative count 20 on the next round, actions and bonus actions can be used interchangeably.
Let me at him, 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 let me at him.
Chomping at the bit.
Very much so, yeah.
The new initiative is set, lightning has stricken, and Phantom, it is your turn.
All right, so Erik will pop open the pocket watch, and as one of 2 indiscriminate versions of an action, will click it, getting all of his spell slots back. He's not Renfield anymore.
Aww.
He's like, aww, that was fun. And then using his other indiscriminate action, touches Imhotep and fills him with the feeling of respect and gratitude that he has for the time that they've spent together, thus relieving 1 tier of exhaustion with greater restoration.
Ah.
And you just feel this relief come out of him, and he just rolls his neck a little bit. All right.
So that was action and bonus action for the pocket watch and the greater restoration.
and then Erik runs away.
All right, so Imhotep, it is your turn.
Right, so first thing he's going to do is grab Larry and gently, what's the best word for this? Cradle his head with one hand and put his hand over his heart with the other and say, I've done this too many times with this group. Looks over at Erik again. But if I must keep doing it, then I will. And he's going to cast Revivify and basically shock Larry's heart to get it going again.
All right, so Larry, you are back up at 1 hit point.
Oh, God. Oh, that was wild.
Yeah, not very fun, is it?
No.
Then he reaches his hand around, and I am going to be using a 5th level spell slot and taking a level of exhaustion to get it back up to level 6. I am going to be casting Sunbeam.
Please describe Sunbeam.
Eric's head is just in his hands.
A beam of brilliant light flashes out from your hand in a 5-foot wide, 60-foot line. Each creature in the line must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 68 radiant damage and is blinded until your next turn.
Nat 1. They're all gonna roast.
Yeah.
Orcus got a 33.
Oh,
goodness gracious.
He would.
This sucks. Orcus, can you fucking not?
Got him.
And you fucking don't.
Got him.
That'll be 26 damage.
Nice.
All right, so Orcus will take 13.
Kilmarnock will also take 13.
This is gonna kill all the zombies.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
What level of exhaustion are you at?
4!
Oh, no!
That's nice.
All right, Jack, it is your turn.
Oh, boy. Well, first things first, I assume that you don't want to feel this bad. He's looking at Imhotep. And rinse and repeat. We're going to squeeze that stone.
I promise this is just as much fun for me as it is for the rest of you.
You're doing great work here. Thanks so much. Then he's going to give the superior healing potion to Larry. You could save it or you could use it. It's totally up to you.
Okay.
I'm going to try and pull him away from Orcus's angle. And I want to walk us into the anti-magic.
So you're pulling me with you?
Yeah.
All right. I imagine you're pulling him arm over your shoulder, and when you get him through the anti-magic field, he's just gonna smack you on the shoulder and say, "Thanks, bud."
Yeah. Don't scare us like that again.
And as a legendary action, he is going to fire a necrotic bolt at Mary.
Bring it.
Howard doesn't want to hit a big eyeball.
That is a 21.
That hits.
That will deal 29 necrotic damage. So for you, that would be 15.
Mary just takes the hit and just glares at Orcus with nothing but righteous fury. All he sees is the Prince of Undeath, and Mary wants him to be his Reaper.
Excellent. All right, Kilmarnock, it is your turn.
Do you want me to try? I can try to hit him with eyeball magic, or I kind of just want to hit him right out of it, because I don't know how many more chances I'll have to taste the flesh of the prince.
Hey,
you know what? You've earned.
As someone with an eldritch demon, I get the want to bite things. Just go for it.
You guys are pretty cool. All right. That's a 1, 2, chomp.
That will chomp.
18 points of damage. He tastes sticky.
All right, and does that end your turn?
I believe so. I'm going to keep my eyeball, my anti-magic looking in the direction that it is.
All right, legendary action, another necrotic bolt at Mary. That is a 33, so that will be another 15 damage. And now it is Mary's turn.
Okay, cool. I am going to use that 118 that we have left, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Do it.
To automatically hit Orcus.
All right.
And then, of course, that spell is going to be a level 2 Divine Smite, which means I get 4d8 points of damage plus 9 because I'm still raging.
So the smite damage will automatically be 32 because of the arcane power potion.
Kick-ass. Cool. So it was an 8 on the die plus 7.
15 plus 32, so that will be 47 damage.
Nice.
Is he not dead?
He is not dead.
Mother Hubbard! Okay, well, you know what?
That's what the second attack is for.
19 on the die!
Nice!
Woo!
That will hit.
And that's going to be a level 1 Divine Smite.
All right, so that will be 24 for the smite.
Okay, and then... boo, that's a 1. So 8 in total.
So 8 plus 24, so 32 damage again.
Mm-hmm.
He is at 1 hit point.
Oh! Oh my god.
If I had rolled anything higher.
Oh boy.
No.
It's all up to Larry. Let's go, Larry.
Everyone live and don't do anything, and then Dan has to decay Orcus, and then he will have stolen the BBEG from us.
Oh my
Well,
god.
That's funny.
It is his turn.
Oh no.
And as you get your hits in and as the body is rapidly falling apart and decaying and struggling to hold together, with one last jab at your seams, he says the words,
No!
Oh.
what is your HP at?
80.
Oh.
That is less than 100.
No!
I grab his finger and I stare at him and I'm like, if I go, you're going with me.
And the life slowly drains out of you, your body slumping over, but its inert husk remains upright and its grip still holds. And now it is Larry's turn.
All right. Larry is going to use the scythe with Renfield in it to hobble out of the anti-magic field. And he's going to take out the Magician Tarot card, the one that represents Renfield. And he's going to hold it up to the scythe and says, after all you've been through, after all those two put you through, you are so strong for maintaining what you could. And I think it is only right that you do the final honors. And the Magician card would give him Magic Missile, which is a guaranteed hit.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yay! After everything I've put you through, you would still show me kindness?
Of course. Any one of us could have been you. Many of us nearly were.
Some of us were worse.
Well, I don't know about that, but if I'm going to do this, I will do it my way. And If you want this is entirely your decision. If you want Renfield to have the killing blow, he will.
Absolutely.
Do it. Hell yeah.
The spirit of Renfield is going to emerge from the scythe, and seeing the Avatar of Orcus standing over the dead body of Mary, he is going to take a deep sigh, hold up his own hand, pointed at Orcus, and say, "Power word kill." And with a look of shock and disgust, as much as can emote from the skull head atop the body, it looks at Renfield with disbelief. As his own power is turned against him, the body begins to fall apart. The skull clatters to the ground, and the energy dissipates. And the Avatar of Orcus is no more. So you are out of combat.
Oh, shit.
No cheering yet.
Mary?
Yeah. Imhotep is going to just full sprint. But I have a question about Revivify. It does not specify anything about constructs that are dead. I'm gonna read it out loud. You touch a creature that has died within the last minute. That creature returns to life with 1 hit point. This spell cannot restore a creature that has died of old age, nor can it restore the missing body parts.
How I will rule this? Revivify alone will not be enough to bring him back. However, if you wait a few seconds, you are standing right next to where a bolt of lightning is about to strike.
Can I flavor that a little bit differently then?
Please do.
Can I touch him, look up, see the things, kind of lick my finger, figure out where the wind is blowing, and cast Revivify and act as a lightning rod?
Absolutely.
Yeah!
When he is struck by the lightning, he keeps his composure, but everything around him fries and he's back to just being bones.
Back to a Namun.
With a dump truck ass.
No! God damn it, Daniel.
Well, tonal whiplash aside, that will also extend to Anksu Namun, Sparkles, and Teresa the T-Rex. They will also slowly be losing the thing that is reanimating them.
Aww.
Erik looks intently at Imhotep, because as far as I understand, him being alive is distinctly tied to this conflict.
Anck is going to be looking wildly around as the bandages on her and her flesh start to flake away, and she starts to decompose, essentially, as her life force seeps away. And she looks and finally spots Imhotep, and Anck is just going to see him and dash as much as she can as she is starting to shamble, and like just plow into him into an embrace, and is just going to hold him and say, I thought we had lost you.
I have been through much and more in my time back here. It's going to take more than a guy with a big weird pig head to kill me. And he's holding on to her, but again, everyone can see that the runes are flickering.
She's going to push away for a moment and look at him, and is going to swallow what would be a sob of some sorts, and is just quietly going to ask, is it finally time?
He looks at his hands and sees the rune flickering. I believe it is time. And it's actually time this time, not like I'm going to go somewhere else I'm not supposed to and deal with a bunch of assholes. But actually time.
And her knees are going to start buckling, not just from relief, but also from not being able to stand anymore, as this magic is quickly fading from her life force.
And he's gonna drop with her, of course.
And she's going to intertwine her skeleton fingers in between his, while keeping eye contact, and says, "I'm ready. I'm ready this time. No more darkness."
You will not go alone. There will be no more darkness.
And she's gonna hug him. She's gonna hold him.
He's gonna hug back and hold her as tight as he can. And his runes flicker, and then go out. And as they do, he kind of stabilizes. Then the bones begin to crumble into a pile. The robes that he's worn fray and tatter. And after 1,000 years of being a skeleton, the bones, with nothing there to hold him together, turn into a pile of dust and flow away. In the pile of bone dust, though, there is a small stone tablet with like a sticky note with a mini spell scroll on it to comprehend languages, since it is written in hieroglyphs.
Oh, very cute.
All right, so, Ben, do your thing.
Mary wakes up in an odd crossroads after listening to what Imhotep has said about the Duat. It's beautiful. And he looks behind him and he sees Imhotep, Namun, Sparkles, and even Teresa. And Mary approaches him and is like, "Did you do it? Is it over?"
It is finished. And just like he did in life, he licks his finger, holds it up to the air, and says, "It is our time, my friend. It is not yours."
I assume I have you to thank for that.
Yeah.
Mary brings Imhotep in for not a bone-crushing hug, but a very tight and warm embrace.
He does his best to reciprocate and says, "I'm glad that I got at least one more of these before it is all done."
Mary releases him, looks him back, and says, "You probably already know this, but in this very short life that I have had, you and everyone else are some of the best friends I could have ever had. Do you want me to tell them anything when I wake up?"
They'll find it when they are ready.
Okay.
Anck is going to put a hand on Mary's bicep, look up at him with a soft smile, and say, "I know the time that we have been acquainted has been very short and a little aggressive.
Just a tad.
But if Imhotep trusts you, then I trust you. And he is right. It is not your time. So please go back and give our well wishes."
I will. I will make sure if there are any stories or histories to be written, both of your parts will be told truthfully.
Well, I mean, you can embellish a little bit.
Okay, maybe a little bit. But you two take care. I look to Sparkles, I look to Teresa, I'm like, "And take care of that one for me, please." And I point over to, the giant T-Rex behind him.
Oh, Teresa has been a joy. I love spending time with her.
Me too. Well, Imhotep, I give him just one more hug. I'll miss you. And I love you, my friend.
I will miss you too. And I hope that your life is long and eventful. In a good way. In a good way. No more of
Well, yeah. Let's hope. And I nod over to Anck and Namun. I give Teresa one last snout rub. As I'm walking, I look up to the sky, and I can only imagine I see the clouds forming into the face of not only Maria Van Helsing, but Mary herself.
I will do you one better. As you walk into the oncoming storm, you pass the spirit of the Saint Maria Van Helsing, standing beside a little girl tossing flowers into a lake. She stands aside and gestures to Mary, who looks up at you with a smile and hands you a flower.
Mary, without saying a single word, takes the flower, gives her the biggest smile, hugs her, looks over to Saint Maria Van Helsing, nods in appreciation, and with the flower that he gets from his namesake, from the little girl, he makes another promise that day. To make the world better, infinitely better, than when she left it.
And then the lightning strikes. And you have in your inventory a daisy from Mary.
Welcome back, Mary.
I was right all along. Excuse me, I was just meant to say I was right all along.
That's fine. The electricity, I'm sure to give you a mush mouth.
Oh, no, not about that, but, Dracula and Orcus, they were some punk bitches, weren't they?
They absolutely were. And Larry's gonna lean down and pick up the tablet with the sticky note on it. Look at the sticky note spell scroll, go, oh, I already know this one. Hands it over to Jack. That'll be a good first lesson, I think. And let's read what's on the scroll or on the tablet.
As you read the tablet, it's the thing that was put in front of his tomb, and it says, "Those who enter here touch not the gold, take not the treasure, or you'll have inflicted upon you the wrath of the mummy's curse," except instead of the word curse has been crossed out and it says blessing. It says the mummy's blessing.
So where's his gold?
Permission to loot!
And then Abbot and Costello, as Chick and Wilbur, are gonna pop in to take away that scroll to get it back to where they were supposed to deliver it in the first place.
Hey, why is everybody covered in tears?
Yeah, that fight wasn't so bad. Hey, look, that tablet!
Oh, I forgot completely about all that.
Oh my gosh.
It just yoinks it out of your hand.
We better get this back to the museum.
Oh, gosh, we'll go get that later.
Yeah, I'll snag it after they drop it off.
As they walk away, I'll speak up and say, I will say, though, they're going to rest very well. As I look up to the sky one last time, and I see the dark clouds just rolling, and even though they are storm clouds, I assume they're like dark and kind of like gloomy, but they aren't sad.
They are beginning to part.
With all the work that Imhotep put in, he deserves it.
Larry, you feel from the scythe a small change in temperature as you see the spirit of Renfield emerging and beginning to rematerialize into a person.
Oh.
And appearing on the ground near you, curled up in a fetal position, looking weak and pathetic as all of the power is beginning to leave him now that Orcus is gone. He manifests nearby, shivering.
Can someone give him something to cover up with? And then I'm just gonna crouch down next to him and kind of put a comforting hand on his shoulder and just go, it's okay.
Here, might be a little big for him, but this should work. And I give him my coat.
I was expecting a little bit more excitement after we changed the whole fucking world for you.
Well, it looks like bitch-ass, fuck-ass, I hate him so much Renfield will disappoint you again.
Erik smiles. Erik, that was a good one.
Look, I honestly don't know what to say. After everything I've put you all through, that you would show me any amount of mercy and kindness is beyond me.
Just tell us that you'll do better.
I offer a hand to help him get up.
He is going to start to reach out and hesitate.
I'm just going to wait for him to take his time. And I'm going to look at him and say, I told you, I will give you the chance to redeem yourself and make your life better. The rest is up to you. It may take some time to figure out what you want to do with this new lease on life, but I trust that you will make it better than ever was before you met them. But if you do need help, if you need some steering along the way, you can reach out to us and we will help you.
What I will ask of all of you is that you keep the world safe from me. I don't know how safe I am to be around. I want to get better. I want to do better. I don't know how I can even begin to atone. And I don't know where is safe from me.
And that is your first steps toward redemption.
He is going to very weakly grab your hand.
And I pull him up to his feet. But first, before you go on your way, we need to get you some clothes, bud. I kind of want that jacket back.
But, Renfield, if anybody understands what it's like to have a dark, evil thing within you and learning how to manage it, I think all of us have a little bit of experience with that. And so whatever your journey needs to be to find a place where you feel safe and you feel can be safe from everybody else, I'm sure we can help.
I guess I don't know what to say, but thank you. I probably should not go back to a sanitarium, but I need all the help I can get.
Oh, there's a town that way called Stratford. They'll take fucking anyone.
I suppose it's as good a start as any. For what it's worth, I truly am sorry for everything that I've put you through, and I'm amazed that you all came together the way that you did to end this. I won't forget this.
Before you go, do you still hear any voices?
He will stop and stare for a moment as his face goes blank and a much smaller, more natural smile begins to appear on his face. And he says, Things are quiet.
Congratulations.
Enjoy your calm, Milo Renfield.
Tears begin to stream down his face as he starts to let out choked sobs.
Oh, God, okay.
Jack's going to tear out a piece of paper, jot down some notes, and then when he gets a moment, he'll hand it over to Renfield. And really all it is just contact information if he wants to exchange letters.
Aw. All right, now does anyone have any clothes? This is incredibly uncomfortable.
What's wrong with being naked?
Erik rolls his eyes and hands over the original black opera outfit, since I've got the cool new magical glamour one.
And with that, Renfield is going to begin to start walking the road back to Stratford.
Those kids are going to tear him apart.
He has no chance.
Well, it was good to see the real him for once.
Speaking of new starts, I can't help but notice our whole goal is achieved.
This is weird. Part of me, in some way, thought this would continue on forever.
Yeah, admittedly, I got used to this.
Well, you're all a bunch of fucking bummers. I gotta get my ass back to France. I've got some of my own redemption to do. Thank you all for showing that to me. I got word that there's some punk bitch dressed in scarlet running around right now.
Heyo.
Well, you will come and visit, right? All of you.
And then Kilmarnock will appear behind you.
This is all well and good, but the fighting has concluded, and we have a deal. Return to me my home. so that I may take it to layers beyond.
I don't know about any of you, but I really don't want to touch that book.
I'm more than happy to get rid of it. Kilmarnock, have at it. I think it is right over there. We're all just gonna point and keep our perfectly safe distance.
Oh my gosh. Erik will pick it up and hand it to him. Kilmarnock, what do you plan to do next with this?
It does not belong in this layer of existence. I plan to take it back with me and use its grand power to spread my magnanimity across all realities.
Well, when you make it back to this one, we'll have a little sparring match, I'm sure. We won't give up too easy, but thank you.
Your overconfidence is charming.
And he takes the Necronomicon and begins to fire off that etherealness ray to shift himself between layers of reality. As he commands,
When I return, I shall have an army of duplicates of myself, and you will all bow and behold.
Well, that'll be a problem for a future event that, hey, maybe it'll be the grand reunion after all.
Hey, you were all worried about seeing each other again. We built it in. We've got an appointment.
Yeah, there we go.
That's exciting and terrifying at the same time.
It looks like you all, and Erik looks over at a group of people gathering out at the edges. Looks like you all have some other reunions to attend to as well.
So do you.
Well, yeah, but mine's in France.
Yeah, I've got to head back to Wales shortly.
But if this truly is where we part ways, Mary is going to grab Erik on one arm, he's going to grab Jack on the other, and he's going to bring him in and squish Larry in the middle. Yeah! And as he's hugging, he's going to say, I got to tell this to Imhotep before he brought me back. I love you, my friends, my family.
I was trying so hard not to cry. Everybody. I'm gonna miss you guys.
From the battlefield beyond, the Decadrone slowly begins to make its way over, having stuffed itself full of the corpses of dead demons.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh,
and
God.
is in the process of assimilating their essence and DNA and power, and is undergoing another upgrade as it bellows out.
My power once again grows as I reach new plateaus of power.
And it begins to crunch and condense down as its rounded edges become more jagged and sharp, and the Decadrone sprouts another 10 sides as it manifests into a dodecahedron.
Oh my god.
Taking the shape of a 20-sided dice.
Oh my god.
Slow claps for Dan.
Before that shape begins to stretch and elongate, as each of those faces bow inwards to a set of beveled plates that begin to bulge with bulbous orbs as it takes on a salt and pepper shaker-like appearance. Like the book. Yeah. The screen that makes up its face condenses into a single eye stalk.
Oh my god.
As it begins to revel in its new power and evolution.
God damn it.
My power grows again. I shall eventually continue down this path and evolve into a Primus, creating and leading and commanding an army of lesser beings to a grand extermination that will purge this world of anything that is not me. Though for now you mortals are still useful and shall be spared until such a time as you are not.
Eric's gonna lean over to Jack and just like point at his notebook, like, can you go ahead and write down that one too? Looks like we got 2 things that are gonna get us back together.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
My first order of business as I explore this new form, I must make a breakfast of eggs and unclog a toilet. And then with his whisk and plunger arm from his Dalek body, they both begin to spiral, and he slowly begins to lift off the ground as jets emerge from beneath him, and he slowly starts to fly away.
Oh no. I thought we were going to be able to use stairs to defeat him. Oh well.
And following shortly behind the Decadrone are Victor and Percy.
Hey, Mary, you want to introduce us?
Right. Everyone, this is Percy. Percy, these are my friends. This is Jack. That is Erik, the angel of music.
We fought the Gorillapede together. Percy.
I saved his life like 3 times.
It wasn't that many times.
At least once is how I remember it, but okay.
At least once and 3 are basically the same number. Yeah, 100%.
My dad taught me to fight, not count. Okay, what do you want? I've been alive for like a week.
That will have to be corrected.
Yeah, at least Dad taught you something.
She like stands a little straighter, like, oh shit.
This one over here is Larry Talbot.
Hello. Hi. It's nice to meet you. I've met more people in the last 20 minutes than in my entire life. Wow. So does this happen often? Does the world often just sort of almost end? Blood rivers. Is this normal?
Not supposed to.
Out of the 2 times that I've been over here, one has been a cataclysmic event. So 50-50, I guess?
Yeah, Larry's just going to shrug.
And I think Percy will turn to Mary and give a little smile. I'm glad that you're alive. I only doubted you a little bit.
Well, I mean, he's not here anymore, but you should thank Imhotep for that. I wasn't. He got me.
What do you mean by that?
Power word kill got me.
Wait. So you died and then were brought back again, but retained your faculties? That implies so many things. Do you have a soul? And if you don't, what's the essence that takes its place?
Oh, no. Okay. Hey, Percy, can we, talk over there? Hey, Dad, go that way and do science stuff.
I would rather do science stuff right here. Tell me exactly what happened and describe it in excruciating detail.
Give me a moment, please.
Fine. But after your moment, I need you to explain precisely what happened. Because this information could change everything.
I promise you, I will tell you everything that I experienced and everything that went down. But I just really need to talk to Percy here, the 2 of us.
I think Percy very hesitantly kind of looks at Victor just for one last nod of permission before she'll step off to the side with Mary.
Go on. You don't need my permission to talk to him. Just remember an exact transcript of the conversation and report it back to me afterwards. Verbatim.
You're your own person, make your own decisions, do what you want, but tell me every excruciating detail about it.
Hell yeah. She nods very solemnly, and we'll go follow Mary.
So how was your first experience in a true battle?
Well, 3 seconds in, I ate shit in a puddle, so I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed, but it was thrilling, actually. And you were incredible.
Thank you. But also, don't feel too bad. Some goons actually managed to knock me out right before I met all of my friends there.
No. Really? You're joking.
Nope, not joking. It happened. The only saving grace was that they didn't see it. I've had my embarrassing moments, and I've had my kick-ass moments, and you're going to have those too.
Thank you. You have very interesting friends.
They're the best friends I've ever known. Or some of them, anyway.
there was one person before I met all of them, but she is no longer with us. But I know that she is happy, and I know that she is at peace. I don't know how much our father has told you about me when I first woke up, but it was not pretty, and I did things that I'm still trying to atone for. I had to learn to fend for myself the hard way, and I don't want that for you. Come with me to Oxford. I plan to go there to study. There is so much about this world that I don't know, and there's so much I feel that I could learn to make it even better. And I would like you to come with me. But I want to give you that choice, because it was something I never had. And if you do choose to go with me or on your own, just know that wherever I lay down my roots, you will always be welcome.
From my pocket, I produce 2 copper bracelets.
Now, when Dad first told me about you, he said you were going to be a bride of sorts. But to be quite frank, you and I don't know each other very well. I want you to choose the life you have.
And I give her 1 copper bracelet, and I put the other on my wrist.
I would like you to accept this and wear it as a reminder that wherever you are in this grand wide world of ours, you have a place to come home to.
Oh, she accepts it so carefully. Like, this is the most precious thing she has ever seen, touched, beheld. Like, she just so gently takes it. I think she has like started to tear up a little bit and then looks a little confused and will like touch the tears because that's never happened before. Like, what is this? And I think she will look at the bracelet and then look back towards Victor, just overwhelmed at the generosity and love that you have shown to her. When she was a bitch, like the first, just right out of the gate. Let's be real.
And Victor is going to be fiddling with his battle fist that you can see at the base is beginning to rust again.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Victor never mentioned you to me. I haven't been awake that long, but I first heard about you when Carmilla came to stay with us not that long ago. And she spoke so highly of you, of your friends. I don't think I have any of those outside of you. And I know practically nothing of the world that I helped to save. I want to travel. I want to learn. I would be honored to learn from you, but Victor is my family. And I hope that maybe one day I can consider you the same. Could I do both? Could I spend a semester with you and then return home on the weekends? I don't know how school works. Wait, but I
to be quite honest, this is uncharted territory for me as well. But Percy, do it. I thought I was nothing but a rage-filled monster for the longest time, and then I've met someone who showed me that I could use my power, and this, as I hold up Thunderbringer, I could use this for good. Oxford is a bit of a ways, but if you're willing to travel, you are more than welcome. And I will be coming to see you and Victor quite a bit because I do need to keep an eye on him. But again, the choice is yours, and while you're wearing that, you always have a place with me.
And while you are wearing that, you are under the effects of the warding bond spell.
Oh, I think Percy gives you a tearful grin and will clasp the bracelet around her wrist and just give you, like, tackle you in a hug.
Well, this is all well and good, but Percy and I have some work to do. Some adjustments to your rotator cuff should increase your reaction time, and I will of course need your help in preparing my battlefields. We can work on those simultaneously while Mary explains if there is an afterlife, and we can unpack the implications of all that. There's still a lot to be discussed and explored, but I won't be as effective without either of you two.
As we're making our way back, I think she will be talking to you about her days with Victor, and just he is a good person most days. Really, you really got to catch him in the morning, morning breakfast, arm tinkering, a croissant, mid-afternoon's a little rough, but maybe we could have family game nights. Carmilla was telling me about Parcheesi. It sounds great.
Okay, so while we were over dealing with a guy named Dorian Gray, don't worry about that. I'll tell you that story later. I have discovered something called shrimp.
Okay.
And it was delicious. I stop for one moment. I turn back to my friends. I take out Thunderbringer one last time, and I just raise it up. And as I raise it up, lightning crashes down one more time. And this is, it is not a goodbye. It is a farewell, and I will see you all later.
Yeah, to see you later.
So Gillman is a bit concerned to see that two of the people that he was fighting to protect have disintegrated. But he looks on at the others, and he doesn't have any expression on his face, but he kind of tilts his head, and you can feel that there's warmth. And while he has regrets for not being able to save and had to ultimately defeat the Froggy Rangers, he also is happy that he was able to protect everyone. And he gives everybody a last knowing glance before he looks over at Jekyll, Hyde, whatever, and looks, narrows his eyes, gives a hiss, and then turns around and walks off, and then is going to cast Fog Cloud as he disappears into the mist.
Ooh. Well, fuck you too, man. So the dead guy's really dead, huh? That's shit. So you guys saved the world, I guess? I kind of just watched my whole life's work go up in smoke. I have complicated feelings right now.
I've had a similar experience, literally with smoke. And things going up in it.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Don't look at news from Paris about 8 years ago, but it means the world to me, Doctor and Edward, that you came through for us. I'm sure it was not an easy decision, and I am very proud of you.
See, now, I think you let that little piece of shit go. And I'm pointing to Renfield, who's walking off into the sunset. He did me dirty, just a little bit. And I think I have to learn to let things go. Interesting. Thank you, the two of you. You've given me something to strive for.
Well, shit, look at that, Jack. Look at us.
I mean, you're the one that had the gut feeling that there was something to save. I'm glad that we're seeing the fruits of that labor.
He said thing, I'm not here. I couldn't hear that. That's just
I'm sorry. It's the science guy in me. It's you know how you separate the connection, so you refer to it as a thing?
No, I referred to them as people. I was turning people into frogs. It was a living, you know?
Oh my god.
That was some pretty remarkable science, if entirely unethical and troubling to the core.
They signed the waiver.
What say you to a little friendly competition?
Ooh. What do you have in mind?
I bet that between you and Jack, one of you could cure a considered incurable disease sometime in the next 10 years. How about you two fight about it?
Ooh.
What? Details, please. Yes.
Well, I don't know. Pick your disease. I don't give a fuck. This is my competition.
I thought you were like, okay, I thought you needed someone cured who had like uber cancer or something. I don't know.
Uber cancer would be a wonderful decision. Good call, if tricky.
We're talking to Jekyll, right?
Yes, at this moment, yeah.
Very bad at making new friends. I was more adopted into this group.
He stabbed me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. How long did they hold that against you? Because they held my shit against me like forever. The whole time I've known them, basically.
Phantom and I had our little jabs, but there was a turning point to where we realized that we work pretty well together.
So kind of like the person who stabs you best is also maybe a good teammate.
Kinda. But I don't really want to test that theory.
Jekyll puts away the rapier.
Might I remind you, we still have that agreement.
Dan, what's the sky look like?
The sky is no longer red.
But it is overcast.
Is it overcast?
It is still overcast.
Motherfucker. That's fair. So what, Jack, are we going to go try and cure uber cancer? See who can do that faster? Is that the play now? I'm a good man until the sun comes out and then I can be fun again?
You can choose to be your own person, but I trust Phantom and his calls on how to suss out good intentions inside, whether it's like way
Jack,
deep in there.
Jack, you're not helping.
You had a compliment, and then you just made that compliment worse. Like, you said a nice thing.
I know, I'm aware too. Yep.
Is he always like this?
It is like this most of the time, yeah.
Okay, got it. Good.
I guess I'll just like cut to the chase. I'm of course going to be going back to the States. If you're there and you want to collaborate on cancer or other research.
Curing, asterisk.
Curing. That's not what he said.
Anyway, look me up. I'll hand him a piece of paper, and it's going to be the general area of where I'll be.
Wow, that's oddly nice.
You'll notice that there's a post office there, so if you want to exchange letters.
Good to know. Thanks, Jack. Phantom, if I'm being honest, I kind of hate this whole competition idea. I am a little bit sick of being compared to people.
Yeah, I was hoping you two would say that you wanted to work together and set aside your differences. So if you could, that would be great.
So, Jack, it seems like you found a nice team. So, I don't know. Did you like being part of a team?
Yeah, reminded me what it was like working in a lab with other individuals.
Now, would you want to be on a team again?
Yes. You'll get full credit for what you end up accomplishing and not be tied to anybody else. What you accomplish is your accomplishments.
Jekyll will hold out a hand.
We don't have to get the details down right now, but partners?
He'll take off his gloved hand. You'll just see the sleeve. He'll stick it out and grab your hand and then start shaking.
I'm looking forward to being on a team.
I'm looking forward to someone that can challenge my hypotheses.
Challenge? I'm going to blow holes in all of them.
And we can expect the wedding invitations to go out in about 6 months.
Yeah.
Guys, we're just roommates. We've lived together for years, and we're both single. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, as everyone is beginning to part ways, Marlowe is going to start to reach for a mortar and pestle, and is going to say, well, it seems like everything's more or less wrapped up here, so I'm gonna get going back to Stratford. Normally I would indulge in a little bit of traveling and take advantage of the freedoms here, but Actually dying sort of puts things in perspective. So, good job, Johnny boy. You got that oath back. Your training's all done.
So you're heading back to Stratford. Are you unkidnapping me?
I prefer to think of it more as kicking you out, but sure, whatever you need to tell yourself.
But Matt, you got a lot to still go through, but you're going back to Maledict?
I think I need to start having these conversations with him.
Good. I liked him better out of the two of you anyway, so.
Wow.
Fair enough. I'm keeping your horse, so.
No! You already have Mr. Tibbins! You want Quincy too?
Well, yeah, Mr. Tibbins needs a friend.
Fine. Parting gift for me, then. Well, if you're going back to Maledict, then I should try and find me now. Now that Dracula's gone, I think we can, start anew. I have a better understanding of things now.
Well, I hope that goes well for you. And if you ever need reinforcements, I believe your entire team is all still in Stratford, so...
True.
I'm sure that I will be seeing you again eventually.
Whether you like it or not, buddy. Have a good one, Marlo. Best of luck to you, too.
And Marlo is going to summon the house, hop in, give you a nod and a wave, and then will dematerialize like a TARDIS.
Well, shit. Guess I'm walking.
You took that so well.
You could jog. You're only like 10 minutes behind Renfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go catch up with the old boss. Ooh.
Ooh.
For Carmilla, as everyone is starting to go their own separate ways, you feel a sense of calm and peace overcoming the soul that formerly belonged to Professor Abraham Van Helsing, but that is now well and truly yours. And with Dracula slain, you don't feel your past reputation return to you. That has still gone down with him.
Oh, so he's completely taken away.
Yep, everything that the Vampire Lord Countess Milarka Karnstein accomplished before being slain by Baron Vordenberg is now attributed to Dracula.
Wow. Well, he wanted the credit. There you go, baby. She just thinks this is all so very, very cute. And feels that warmth, though, suddenly go cold as she feels the vial that Dr. Frankenstein has made for her. And she knows that once she drinks this vial, no one will remember her. It will be difficult, however, well, this isn't her first time round the block, and she feels herself pretty hard to forget.
I think as Larry's like walking back home to Lanwelly, he's going to kind of lean over and give you a smile and hand over Vordenberg's tarot card, what's left of him.
Oh.
Here, if anybody should keep him, I think it'd be most fitting it be you. Have a good one, Carmilla.
Larry, thank you. Thank you for keeping him safe from me. Do you know how we might release this poor man?
If I'm perfectly honest, I feel it's something that only he and you understand how to do. He doesn't have much time left, but maybe you can help him find some closure.
I sure hope so, because I feel like I'm better at opening cans of worms than putting cats back in bags.
But, Carmilla, whatever you decide to do with your future, I'm sure you'll do it fantastically.
Carmilla waves goodbye to Larry and walks over to Orlok and kind of, I don't know what he's doing right now, so she just kind of, you ever stand behind someone and bend your knees so that their knees bend with yours and they just fall over. Yeah. A real friendly thing my mom did to me once, and I've always wanted it to do somebody else.
What was that for? I was just standing here.
Where I come from, it's a term of affection here. And she hands him a letter.
Should I open this now, or should I wait until later?
No, I think it's best you wait till later.
All right, well, whenever you think is best.
And she looks at him, and she kind of, this weird feeling of, and she hugs him.
Aww.
I hope that one day you will be less of a gross slime ball and turn into the beautiful social butterfly that I know you have within you. And she lets go. Long may your web weave, sir.
That's very sweet of you, but I have a feeling it's only going to get worse from here.
I think you should talk to someone professionally.
I'll keep that in mind. Are you going to go through with that potion?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm tired of not remembering myself for all intents and purposes, and it might be nice. Maybe, I've got some cool powers or something that I just don't know about. Who knows?
Well, then I wish you the best of luck. I know that can't be an easy decision, but I'm happy that the decision is yours. I know that Henry and I worked very hard on that potion.
Wait, Henry?
You know, Henry, the Squid Man, Henry Frankenstein.
That was like, wait a minute.
That's his name, right? It's Frankenstein, right? Henry Frankenstein?
Yeah, definitely. Henry? That totally rings a bell. She's not gonna correct him. But, hypothetically, you know how this whole potion works. If you had the other potion, would you drink it?
Would you want me to?
Hypothetically, of course. This is all hypothetical.
Well, hypothetically, I'm honored. And he's gonna hold his hand out to take the potion away from you.
Oh, like I said, this is a hypothetical, and she starts moving away.
Oh my god!
She's like, but definitely.
All right, I understand. I'll leave you to it. I'm ruining the moment. I'm sorry. I'll let you have your big send. I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, I hope you enjoy your new friendships, whatever you decide to do, and I'll see you later. Walks over to Phantom, to Erik, and is like, well, hello, you old goose. Are you planning on going back and wreaking some more havoc in Paris?
I think, unfortunately, my havoc days, well, fortunately for everyone else, I guess, are behind me. But I do need to return. But I'm going to be keeping an eye, and Eric's gaze traces where people have left the paths that they took. And they settle on Carmilla. On all of my allies. I appreciate everything that you did for and with us. I'm going to miss you when I'm touring. And then he, a gentle bow, not like a very deep one, but just a little tilt.
Yeah, Carmilla fights the urge to suplex him out of affection.
Eric's fight or flight instincts kick in, and he takes a step back.
Well, just keep an eye on Paris and the Parisian underground. I've heard some rumors going around, and I might need your help in the future.
Yes, I heard there's some former prisoner walking around his account of some sort now, taking out bankers and stuff.
What, to lunch? Because,
No, the death way.
Oh.
But yes, if you find yourself Paris side, please. It would be my honor to have you.
Well, you will find me a most excellent house guest, I assure you. She offers him a small and gallant bow in return.
So as Larry has been kind of wandering back home, I like to imagine along the way he reconvenes with Maleva and can drive on the cart most of the way and not have to walk. And as they're traveling closer and closer, they cross the border into Wales and they start to approach Llanwelly. And as soon as they enter the town, Larry says to her, now that we're almost here, it kind of hit me that the last time I talked to her, in my mind, was just a couple days ago, but for her, it's been over 2 years, and, a lot can happen, and a person can change. I don't know if this is really, the best thing. What if she's moved on, which I wouldn't blame her, but, I just appeared like a loon and spouted a bunch of nonsense and then took off and didn't contact her for ages, and I just...
Go. We are here.
Okay. And he's gonna get off the cart and walk to Charles Conleaf Antique Shop once more, for real this time. Lanwelly has changed. It has changed since he's been gone, but it's newer and it's fresher and it's the start of a new beginning. And he goes up and he opens the door and he hears the bell. And what does he see, Marissa?
Well, as you walk up to the shop, one quick addendum, the outside looks more or less the same, except there's a new sign that's been tacked on to the main sign. So it now reads Charles Conleaf Antiques and Occult Shop. And you come in and there are a bunch of window planters now with a bunch of herbs and lavenders and a fuck ton of wolfsbane, so much wolfsbane you can't even smell anything other than wolfsbane to track the full moon. There's the familiar smell of old books and honeysuckle, and things are mostly the same, but some of the inventory has been rearranged. There's a whole other small section that's dedicated to spell scrolls and maybe a Ouija board and spell components. And importantly, there are decorations galore. I'm talking streamers. I'm talking little confetti poppers strategically placed for guest entrances. There's little lantern lights. There's candles and a big paper banner that just says "Welcome home, Larry."
Oh.
And standing behind the desk, putting some final touches on some other little decorations, you see Gwen. And she looks a little witchy compared to the last time you saw her. She's in some really nice era appropriate cargo pants and has herbs sticking out of them and some crystal situations. But she is just radiant. And she also has an assistant next to her with a little apron. Dan, would you like to describe her assistant for me?
It's a very small, disheveled-looking figure that is increasingly annoyed with finishing scribbling out the last little bits of invitations and is grumbling to itself with a small, restrained, under its breath,
Yeah, this kind of
oh my god!
Larry's gonna just see Gwen and go, Gwen! And he's the excitement's gonna take over, seeing everything, the warm welcome, and it's gonna run right up to you.
Oh, she's gonna turn around and be a little panicked, oh God, you're early. Oh, what am I saying? Oh my God. And we'll just absolutely hug you. So tight. So tight.
And then a little closet that is obviously wearing a fake mustache is going to walk up behind you, Larry, and start pulling at the back of your suspender straps to get your attention, and then we'll point to a little number ticker dispenser.
Larry's gonna look at this closet. He's gonna lean down and go, "Hi, Christine," and is gonna go and take a number.
Oh my god!
But Gwen, what have you been working on in here? This place, it's amazing.
Well, I mean, I can't take all the credit. Maleva might have sent a little message ahead that you were on your way home. Larry, it's so good to see you. So before you left, you told me a lot.
I'm so sorry.
A lot.
I know.
No, it was good. You happened to mention that demons would pour out of a rift in the sky in about 2 years. So, we were actually kind of prepared for it. My dad was a little concerned for the first year and a half when I got really into demonology, but then it doesn't matter because you were totally proven right and it was fine. But and she'll like kind of give you the once over and just see that you're a little crunkled in the past 2 years. How are you?
I've never been better.
Oh, and just, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, she kisses you. Yeah! Hell yeah.
Lawrence Stewart Talbot.
And he's gonna seize up and turn and see an older man that looks surprisingly like Jack.
But not invisible.
Hi, Dad.
He's gonna walk over to you in a very stern manner, almost as if like militarily like ready to reprimand you, and brings you in for a hug and whispers to you, "Welcome home, my boy."
I guess Carmilla is going to start her journey and finds a really beautiful field of wildflowers and poppies and other types of pretty things, and flops back into it and stares at the sky before taking the vial.
And as you do, you feel your mind begin to clear. The memories of the entirety of your past life flood back to you, and you get a flash of the world around you as everyone else's memories begin to trail off. You see one last look at your tombstone back in the Church of St. Mary as the name Countess Milarka Karnstein is sponged away, and the name Countess Milarka Karnstein erases from the sign above the nest. And as you make your way out of the church, they all wave goodbye to their longtime friend and essential ally in defeating Dracula, Professor Abraham Van Helsing.
Oh.
As that begins to settle, you feel a temperature change as the spirit of Vordenberg begins to emerge from the card. His glitching in and out of existence stabilizes as he exerts his last bit of strength to give you his blessing. As he is fading away, he tells you, "The Vampire Lord, Countess Milarka Karnstein, no longer has a legacy, but the vampire spawn, Carmilla's, is just beginning. Go forward with a clean slate, unburdened by the weight of your past, and I will do the same. My oath is fulfilled, and my time has come. Go be someone we can both be proud of." And the spirit of the Baron Werner Vordenberg will pass on.
She sheds a few tears as his spirit finally can seek the rest that she also wishes she could have. She sniffs back the tears. The day is only just beginning, and I have an entirely new reputation to create. I guess now is as good a time as any to hop back over to Orlok, who he's just forgotten everything about Carmilla, but he's still holding an envelope in his hands.
He's, in one hand, he's got the manila envelope, in the other, he's got his notes, and he's looking at the tally marks and scratching his head as he sees one for Orlok.
Aww.
And a countless amount for everyone else. And is thinking to himself, "I don't remember that. That can't be right. That must be a mistake." And then he goes to wipe it out and then notices the manila envelope. "Oh, that must have been when I got my package. That was my win for the day. All right, so let me see what's in here."
Poor guy.
My dear friend Orlok, by the time you read this letter, it'll be too late. You will already have forgotten me. But that's all right. I'm no longer your only friend. I hope you'll continue to draw and paint. You know, I see an esoteric gallery opening sometime in your future, which you've got a lot of, being a vampire and all. No matter how long it takes, I'll be there, as a member of the Immortal Reality Club myself. In fact, it is your understanding of esotericism that may save my memory, should you so choose. Contained within this vial is my very essence, my whole trail of woad, as it were. If you choose to drink it, you will remember me in full, but you and I will be the only ones who do. As to the mystery of how this was accomplished, my mind was juiced like a lemon by a Mr. Victor Frankenstein, and no more can be made.
Wait, his name's Victor? Shit.
Or perhaps you may choose not to drink this vial at all. Let bygones be bygones, and be left wondering forever whose eyes are twinkling underneath that dashing disguise of the illustrious Dr. Van Helsing, and who can blame you? I myself have business of my own to take care of here, regardless of your choice. Little Batty told me that unrest is brewing, so I must stay and get ahead of it. I will see it coming. Your friend forever, Carmilla.
And Orlok is going to look around and see that basically everyone has gone.
And say, well, I guess a little treat for myself.
And you will soon be accompanied in that field by an awkward, decrepit old Nosferatu.
Yeah! Yay!
And a jacked as all hell little bat.
Yeah! This feels kind of like cheating, but when I downed the whole thing, there was like a tiny little bit left, and I was able to splash some on this bat here, so...
Squeak!
While everyone's kind of like walking off, Jack kind of notices that they're 100% walking in the same direction, but remembers that Harker's the guy that dealt a significant hit to Dracula and heads over in his direction.
Dr. Griffin, can I speak with you for a moment?
Yeah, I wanted to chat with you real quick.
This is a little awkward, but I would ask that we don't renew the lease because I need a place to stay.
I was hoping I'd have a place tonight.
I mean, tonight is
I'll
fine.
look for a boat. That's fine. I don't want a crowd.
No.
It's probably the first time that you've had like your own space for a little bit. So
there's rooms. It is a very tall building. Don't worry about it.
But anyway, thank you for letting us stay there for when we did.
Of course. Changing the topic, I wanted to thank you. I've been facing down Dracula again was a lot. I thought I'd only have to do that once, but, you know, I appreciate you being there to help me the second time, and you know, it was an honor fighting with Van Helsing again. That was really nice, and I don't know. I feel like it's different this time.
Were you there the first time?
Yes. I unfortunately, like Mr. Renfield, was abducted into Dracula's original plan the first time, and you know, it went the way it went, and luckily, Dr. Van Helsing was there and helped us slay him, and, you know, I thought when he died the first time we would have been free of him and everything would go back to normal, and things didn't go back to normal, but now that we've slain him a second time, I don't know. It feels like things are even weirder than before. I'll fully admit, you and your friends, I'm not used to that kind of a world. That's all very new to me. It's all sorts of confusing, but I feel like things have changed for the better this time rather than just changed.
Yeah, right there with you. I didn't realize that this magic stuff existed, and
no, what even the hell is that? That's
I don't know. Like, science has been the only thing that I understood, and people were claiming about gods and stuff. And I was just kind of like, yeah, sure, okay. Science is really the only thing.
I just do real estate. It's crazy. I just do houses, man. This was bonkers.
But real quickly, he's going to go ahead and unclip Abraham's dagger and hand it on over to Jonathan.
Wow. Are you sure?
Yeah. I feel like Abraham would probably like to stay home. It helped me out a lot, but I don't know if I'm ready for it. Abraham certainly inspired me a lot, and I feel like if you were as close as you were with him, then you would probably know the best way to honor him.
Well, thank you. I will do the best I can.
I have no doubt. If you like, we can trade correspondence. I'll be located in New Jersey. If it's okay, I might write you about an idea sometime later on.
I've got a long way to walk. Let's walk and talk.
Well, I mean, going on this entire journey, just kind of like realize that there's more to this world than what there is. And
oh, yeah.
I don't think we have any sort of security or any sort of protection over in the States. So I feel like someone with some bit of knowledge has to at least make an attempt. So, I mean, I'm hoping I can snag a few people to help me out, because I absolutely out of my depth.
You know, I did something not well. I really bungled it up the first time, but I've got some people that, I might put you in contact with, and I think that would be good.
As they walk away, the proverbial camera swings back around, and right on the threshold of a mausoleum door that once provided a lot of shelter to 5, people in distress, on its steps are a collection of prestidigitated pictures. An elder brain throttling a trench coat with a tinfoil hat. Flesh golem riding a bone Tyrannosaurus Rex. The first time that a demure Welshman is holding a scythe twice his size, looking very uncomfortable. And other assorted pictures. And lying on top of them is one of the Phantom of the Opera's many redundant masks, and a white rose draped over that.
We are the outcast, the misfits you might say. We deal with the nightmares you run away from every single day. We know the world is a gruesome little place, but us outsiders, we've developed quite a taste for the grisly, the morbid, the ghastly, the horrid. We know it's awful, dreadful, but we like it. Just another haunted night, shrouded with unearthly frights. So when you're all so terrified, you know who to call. The world is falling apart, we never take it too hard. So monsters and creatures and spirits and specters and all, let's all have a ball.
I'm Josh Anderson Severi, and I play Victor Frankenstein.
I'm Fabrice, and I played Dr. Henry Jekyll and Mr. Edward Hyde.
I'm Marissa, and I played Gwen Conleaf and Percy Frankenstein.
I'm Kendra Taylor, and I played Lou Costello as Wilbur, Maverick Foxglove the Vampire Hunter, Calamity James, and Anck Namun.
I'm Bailey Figurate, and I played Bud Abbott as Chick, Gill Man, Thomas Pennington, the Vampire Hunter, Guy, the Vampire Hunter, Gerald, the Vampire Hunter, and Dorian Gray.
I'm Journey Papellion, and I played Bug the Vampire Hunter and Carmilla Karnstein.
I'm Ben Magnet, and I played the Chosen One, the Vampire Hunter, Miss the Vampire Hunter, Durza the Binder, and Mary Frankenstein.
I'm Daniel Cruz, and I played Sir Thomas of Bradfordshire, the Vampire Hunter, Auditor Oozdaus, and Imhotep the Mummy.
I'm Aaron Kaufhold, and I played Valerathan, the Vampire Hunter, Geryon, the Archfiend, Prosecutor LaRose, and Erik, the Phantom of the Opera, then the Angel of Music.
I'm Grayson Norman, and I played Sir John Talbot, Jasper the Vampire Hunter, Aloris the Vampire Hunter, Geryon the Archfiend, Conjurer Rotspell, and Jack Griffin, the Invisible Man.
I'm Jordan Nelson, and I played Geryon, the Archfiend, the Speakers of Mephistopheles, and the Devil Lords, Balzabul, Belial, Namun, and Zariel, Jonathan Harker, and Larry Talbot, the Wolfman.
I'm Danger Dan Jerz, and I was the Crypt Keeper. This season of DnDark was created, hosted, and edited by myself, with artwork by Jordan Nelson. Special thanks to some of our patrons, including the OG Phantom, Harley Q135, Adenine, Rusty Halo, and Billy Bob Jones. If you want to support the show and get access to some bonus perks, head on over to our Patreon and sign up for $1, $5, or $10 a month. You can also help us get a strong footing for future seasons by spreading the word to your friends and family, or leaving a review at ratethispodcast.com/DnDark. Our theme song and outro is Let's All Have a Ball by Ryan White Maloney and Tony Carboni, recorded at True North Studios, Las Vegas. Additional music this episode was provided by Alexander Lapko, John Stoic Dream Venturer, Jasmine Missick, Braxton Janae, and Monument Studios. Keep an ear out for more interstitial content from us, and follow our socials at DnDark_podcast for news about future seasons. Thank you again for listening, and I hope you had a ball. So we cut to 4 days ago, during the Necronomicon incident, as all of the portals and rifts and tears to the abyss are spreading out. They spread beyond the span of the English countryside and across the pond, in a country that's kinda sorta the United States. It's the US. A rift appears over the city of New London, Connecticut.
Oh my god.
Before it is swiftly sewn up by the archdevil Mephistopheles, who appears briefly, closes the rift, and disappears again, chasing and pursuing these rifts that are far more slowly away from the epicenter opening up. And in his wake, as he disappears, the ground begins to shake as the port of Ocean Beach begins to rattle to its core, as blood begins to emerge through the water, and an enormous kraken washes up on the beach. Holy. There is a loud slam as this gargantuan monstrosity stretches out across the shore, and the people and public stop and stare, their jaws agape. Just up the street, there is an approaching caravan that screeches to a halt as they see the sight and panic. And from the front of this caravan, there is a shouting as one of the doors flies open and an old, balding, white-haired man steps out, yelling, "What's the holdup? We're behind schedule and need to set up immediately. The beach is right there, so what's stopping you idiots?" And the driver, continuing to stare in silence, just points. The old man catches what's happening and similarly stares before reaching back to the door of his coach without breaking eye contact, raps on the door, and whispers back in, "We need to redo all the signs. Paint over the price of admission and triple it.
Yeah.
This is gonna change everything. If you say so, Mr. Barnum." And the man begins to step back into his coach and says, "Well, what are you waiting for? Get driving!" And slams the door on a coach that has emblazoned along the side, "Greatest show on earth."
Yeah.
As the caravan continues to make its way towards the beach. In its wake, there is a small commotion in the bushes by the side of the road as a jackalope pops out. It kicks a foot up to scratch the back of its head, looks to the camera, and then bounds down the road.